Hello, everybody, and welcome to another quarantine night of the 34 podcast. I'm here, it's myself, Claudio Capri, Joy LaFemme, 34 members, and tonight we have an amazing guest. We have Luigi from the Agree or Disagree podcast. How are you, man? It's been a long time.
I'm good. I'm good, Claudio, man. It's so good to be on tonight.
Oh, thanks for agreeing to be here.
but I'm this is like false advertisement though. We're like almost 2.5, 4, dirty, or 32 and a half, or 32, because I'm not part of the 34, so you're 32.
Don't worry, don't worry. Tonight you're the dirty.
The third dirty one is going to come up later, so feel free to call us whatever you like.
Yeah, exactly.
The dirty threesome. Right now we're the dirty threesome, guys.
But I just before we get into this, to everyone who says hello, Jess Sorrell, she's in. Hello, Jess. Jess is all the way from Australia. Perfect follower. So hello, Jess. How are you? Louis wants to know what time is it now in Australia, Jess?
Yeah.
It's always a fun fact to know. And before we start, folks, please hit that thumbs up and let's enjoy the show. Melanie Azaf, she's in. Hello, Melanie. How are you? So how's everyone tonight, folks? We have a lot to talk about tonight, don't we?
Yeah, I'm good actually.
I'm good because I had a podcast last night, so I had some therapy. For me, being on podcasts like this is therapy. I let all my shit out instead of letting it on my kids and my wife. But I was just telling you guys off air. I'm just gonna go right into it, gues.
Sure,
I understand. Well, what you were talking about is basically before doing podcasts, you were beating your kids. No.
I still do. I still
do them at the wall since you do a podcast.
No. My wife says you're a lot calmer since you started doing the podcast, and I'm like, well, it's therapy for me. But on seriously, on that note, I was just I brought this up yesterday, and I was telling you guys off air, and I mean, guys, is it just me or everybody's losing their fucking minds? I'm seeing shit. I don't know about you, Joey and Claudio. Shit that I'm seeing online. Things people are saying. The conspiracies that are coming up. Je comprends peu. I don't understand anymore. I really don't. It's getting worse and worse. I saw yesterday that the government apparently is in the business that they're investing in the companies that they give the contracts to build the vaccines, and that they're in the business of vaccination, and they're going to make money to screw us. You're not making any fucking sense.
I thought that was Bill Gates that wants to put fucking chips in our blood so we can betray, tracked or something.
Oh my god!
Sure. Oh yeah, there's so many. Which is your favorite conspiracy theory?
My favorite?
Which one?
Oh boy, there's too many, guys.
You must have the one you like more than the other.
Yeah, well, the one I bitch about the most is it is you just mentioned it. It has to be Bill Gates. That's probably
the Bill Gates one, eh?
Yeah. And before that was the 5G. That was my favorite. But now nobody talks about it. Just
managed to make a fucking operating system that works properly, and now you're going to make me believe that you got a tracking device that's going to be implemented in everybody, and that won't crash and burn. Yeah, right.
No, but okay. So can I know your favorite, Claudio?
Fuck, there's too many stupidities out there.
No, but which was your favorite conspiracy?
Honestly, out of everything, I have to go with the 5G. The 5G conspiracy, because you know why? Because number one, it's not talking about. Well, I mean, it is talking a little bit about the vaccine, like how the 5G it could save us, and also how the 5G is the reason why the COVID-19 exists. That is my favorite. When I read that, I'm like,
there's no 5G here.
Yeah, exactly, and also,
it's not yet installed. Fucking imbeciles.
And also, what I love is I don't know if you all noticed, but here in Montreal there were burning towers that looked like 5Gs.
Yeah, they were just cellular towers.
Also, my favorite one.
Fucking idiots.
Okay, but you know what
No, go ahead, Claudio. Sorry.
I was
It's your
gonna
show.
say, but what I love about all these theories is that I get to play dumb with people too. Like at
Yeah.
one time, I went through here, Milano's here in the East End. I was talking with a friend of mine. He goes, "Yeah, I know the 5G are the reason why COVID exists." I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, you're right. They are the reasons that they exist." Huh? Like they go, they went the 5G started in China. I'm like, yeah, and then he goes, "It's stupid." I'm like, yeah, just like that tower that was burnt down the street. And then the guy goes, "I didn't know it was a 5G tower that was burning. What the fuck are you guys talking about?" Oh,
The,
Oh boy.
man, doesn't make sense. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
no, but what I want to know is
Mhm.
how much time do you have on your hands? Like one of my favorite comedians, Sebastian Maniscalco, says, how much time do you have to go protesting, burn down 5G towers? Just those two things. Don't you have a job? I don't.
Exactly.
Actually, no. Like the business are closed for now,
That's a
and
good
then they
point.
touch some money, so they have time. And
Oh,
there are no
yeah.
consequences of being complete mongoloid on the internet.
Yeah, no, but no, going back to where you're saying, Louis,
Yeah.
yesterday, like some people on Facebook, look, you know what, do whatever you want. You want to go protest. But I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's like, because I'm laid off because I work in a cinema and I'm a projectionist. But I'm
Yeah.
like, now that I'm laid off and I cannot do comedy and I only do podcasts at night, I'm like, man, I don't want to rely on this temporary unemployment money. I want to go out and get a job. And then I'm seeing these people, yeah, we're going to go for a protest. We're going to fuck the government. I'm like, listen, guys, you know what? Look, everybody believes in whatever they want to believe. But you're crazy to a point. Okay. But I'm like, and I'm looking at these people. I'm like, guys, my Visa credit card bill is due next week, and you want to go outside protesting? What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So I drive my kids to school every day. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And I picked them up. So I picked them up the other day. I'm there early, sitting outside, just relaxing, listening to a podcast. A couple of mothers come and see me. I'm not going to say any names. So it's could be a lot of
United. I know this is
gonna give you a lot of fucking trouble. Trust me, guys. I already put my foot in my mouth. Claudio knows I'm capable of doing that. Okay, so
Cool. That's going to be an interesting episodes.
yeah, it
yeah,
is. So long story short, mind you, we have time. Then nothing else to do on a Saturday night. But so I say, so what are you guys doing in this weekend? They both turn to me. What do you mean? What are you doing? I'm like, well, I just asking you a question. Well, didn't you hear about it? I'm like, hear about what? Well, we're going to protesting this weekend. I said, you're going protesting? Okay. So they both start about conspiracies left, right, and center. Literally, guys, I turn around and I walked away. I said, if I start here, forget it. Either I'm going to end up in jail or they're going to pull my kid out of these schools.
Yeah. But sometimes I don't know if that happened to you, but sometimes some people say such stupid shit that trying to get through the logic, it's like you have, that Tupperware in your fridge that has been there for a long time, but you don't dare to open to see what it is, right?
Yeah.
Because it's going to stink like shit. So you're like, no, I'm going to throw the Tupperware around. Like sometimes people tell me that something, and usually I will ask follow-up questions. But it's so fucking dumb that I don't dare to do that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No, there's like a lot of dumb encounters, man. Just like yesterday,
Oh man.
2 or 3 people came up to me, and then they're like, "Yeah." So again, it was a protest. It goes, so the COVID protest, the masks, the bullshit, the government. I'm like, listen, okay. Before you continue on, listen, okay. I give it my anecdote. Listen, I have a 72-year-old mother, okay, and she's doing good, but she's getting at that age, and then I'm like, listen, so do I believe in COVID? Yes, I do, and I'm still gonna put on the mask because hey, just put on the mask. you're going in a store that the metros is a different story. We should be putting the masks in there. But
even if you don't believe it, it's just a fucking courtesy thing.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
You don't believe it, at least fucking put it so everybody's at ease and nobody's losing their shit while you're walking around no mask.
Exactly, and you know, like when you're working with when you're working in public with a mask, just go in the back, take off your mask, take like a breather, and go back. See, split this it. But then people like, the people like, the masks, the government. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes! But I love hearing theories, and I'm gonna and then I'm gonna emphasize, like, I love hearing theories of where Louis and I live. It just go, no, it's bad. How do you know it's bad? Yeah, because people talk. Okay.
So once again, I'm not gonna, and this goes in my list of the shit I'm seeing on Facebook lately. Yes. Once again, I'm not gonna say any names, but some fucking some fucking clown. Okay, some fucking clown goes on a rant and says, "I'm starting a petition to start a rally this weekend."
Why? Not that time.
What? Okay, so but the video goes on. He says, "I'm gonna protect you guys till the bitter end. We're being taken advantage of. We're losing our," and he's just ranting, not making any fucking sense. Sounds like a pure Joe fucking Mingia, if I may say. Okay. I literally, I wanted to break my phone in half, so I wrote this message, and I left it there. I ripped them apart. I didn't say, Claudio, you're okay? I left this message. I left this sarcastic. Thank you so much for being so woke and being so woke and for us. And I said, you know what? I said, go get a fucking job. Go fucking work. Okay.
That's interesting how it is in Quebec. Like 50% of everything you make in a year goes to the government for shit roads, shit hospitals, shit schools. And then obviously, like the fucking thing that breaks the camel's back is the fucking mask. Obviously.
Oh my God, that's so well said, Joey.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's amazing what we choose to protest.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. It's like amazing. A fucking South Park episode. It is.
Or remember the pots and pans? Remember the fucking little race hike and education.
Those are amazing.
La fin du monde, là.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hey, you know what? I want to go. I want to pick a little bit on that. So I started university when those pots and pans were happening, and then no, I was not part of that. Thank God. But I'm like, there's a general assembly, and one of these people are like, do you have any questions? Est-ce des questions? No one dared to answer questions. So in an auditorium of about 200 people, I raised my hand. I'm like, so hypothetically speaking, so Friday I have an exam on Friday. My question is, are you can it be a take-home exam? Or can you postpone? But actually, no, a take-home exam, and the person and the school and the committee of the department, they were like, they had this face, like, we didn't think of. I'm like, let me tell you something, because I'll be honest with you, I didn't study, and then these people studied the take-home exam. What do I know? I get an email that same night, take-home exam, they'll be due. And I'm like, oh, so I was in the library. I'm just sitting there working my ass off, and these idiots come with pots and pans, and then I'm like, because I was too lazy to finish that my assignment. So I'm like, so I went to the teacher. I'm like, listen, teacher, listen, I couldn't finish it. And he goes, you were for the protest, huh? Because Claudio, if you were for the protest, I'm gonna give it another week. And then I'm like, yeah. I was.
Yeah, I'm for the protest.
I'm for the protest. By the way, 2 weeks. Actually, can you make it like a few extra days after that? Because I went to the library, and the teacher saw me. Goes, aren't you supposed to be outside protesting? I'm like, yeah, but I got tired, and I'm like,
I got so enthralled into my thing. But it's fun. I don't know if you heard about this student union. I'm not sure where it was. I think it was in Montreal school. Maybe I could be wrong. That wanted to start do a day of protest against COVID. But you're telling
what that fucking idiot is going to do about it?
But you're fucking
Explain me
telling
the
me.
fucking logic of that. Protesting
telling
fucking COVID.
Yeah, listen. Why don't, instead of saying we're protesting COVID and all the new measures, just say, listen, we want a fucking day off of school and that's it, man.
Oh,
Don't give me
fuck
this
yeah,
bullshit.
exactly.
You know
that
what
you
would be you know what would be hilarious though is if we had as much school shooting as the US and you have a bunch of kids wanting to fucking protest those school shooting. If I was a school shooter, I'd be like, okay, when is going to happen and where?
Yeah.
Hey man,
Right?
they're fucking helping me out. They're getting together even more, and they're all going to be
Exactly.
outside.
Yeah.
No, but that's
I can,
that's the
maybe
thing.
I can can fucking beat those Columbine cunts.
No, but that's the thing. That's it.
More
Like,
kill counts.
but you see, I thought the stupidity was gonna be over with the school protest, but then all politics. Look, I'm 30 years old, and I'm noticing now how much BS it is because I used to ignore all that. But I'm like, now even people, when you were saying that Salam was like, I'm gonna do a protest, I'm fighting for you guys. I'm like,
No, you're not.
Yeah.
it's a disease. Listen,
Fucking not. You're just being narcissistic.
yeah, I'm
What-
like,
what
listen.
What are you fighting? Exactly.
Exactly.
Narcissistic.
What
What are you
does it
doing?
change? Yeah.
Yeah, if
You want to fuck the system, Doug Stanhope has a good idea. Just do a fucking lineup in a bank. Like you bring all your friends to a bank when that open, when there's like one cashier, and you go ask for the most frivolous fucking loan you can take. Like, yeah, I need $1 billion worth of pencil, and then if they refuse you right off, you can fucking sue them for discrimination.
That's a fucking brilliant idea.
No.
It's fucking brilliant.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to think. And when people are saying, listen, I'm always going to keep mentioning this. Believe whatever you want, but common courtesy, wear the mask. We're in. But if you're going to come up to me, I got into a few arguments with some of these fuckers online, and they're like, hey, did you know, like, COVID? I'm like, listen, I don't give a fuck. Like, and you're like 40 years old and you live with your girlfriend, bro. Go get a job, or if you're unemployed, just do things like, I don't know, like make a podcast or spend more time with your girlfriend.
Yeah, sure, good idea. You have stupid ideas, go spread them with a podcast.
There's plenty of other stupid, like-minded, stupid people around. See, but I'm going to take you to task, though, Claudio, because you know when you say everybody's entitled to their opinion, what's wrong? But when your opinion is fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, no,
yes, you're entitled. You're entitled.
I want to know who's fucking stupid, though.
Who's stupid?
Yeah, I want to know who's the stupid are.
Oh, you want the names?
No, I mean, if somebody has stupid ideas, I want them to spread them out so I can see who's the fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. But trust me, I see it on Facebook. I see it.
Yeah, there you go. So you can just mute them and be like, okay, I'm not inviting him to nothing anymore.
Absolutely, man. I did a big cleanup. I unblock, I unfriend people. One of my
friend and me too, by the way. Yeah, just saying, I had to add you back because we're friends last year.
Oh, but I did a big cleanup a couple of years ago, and that's because I was up to like 5,000 friends. I went, this is ridiculous. This is crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did. Anyway, who knows? I was just deleting. But you know what? On that, it's now the problem. You know what the problem is that now everybody is pretending to be smart. That's the problem.
Yeah,
that's the problem. You know what this? You know what? Oh, for sure, because you know what this fucking Salam. You know what the answer was the same, and I go back to the same guy. You know what he answered me? This fucking piece of fucking capicol. Okay.
Jesus Christ. Every time fucking Claudius booking somebody, that episode turns into a good fella scene.
Oh yeah. I mentioned, sorry, Lou. Like I love Luigi when he swears. Oh my god.
No, but listen. I'm trying to change my ways. Okay, I'm trying to be a bit more calm. But when the guy tells me, "Bro, what are you talking? Did you even look at the statistics?" Are you really asking me if I looked at statistics? Who the fuck are you? What are you, an astrophysicist now? All of a sudden,
yeah.
What do? You do nothing all day. You fucking idiot, and you post your stupid fucking videos on Facebook. What do you do?
Yeah, all you do is fucking going on Google and search for fucking whyimright.com.
He goes on Tinder, man. Yeah, no, this bitch doesn't want to see me because of COVID. Well, fuck COVID. I can't get laid. I can't see this girl, and they're giving me this anti-COVID. So fuck off, God,
Also, the problem with the with Facebook, it's not necessarily like you have those stupid ideas getting spread. It's basically if you click on a like on something that might seem like conspiracy shit, you'll be overflowed with just that. So everybody can get their fucking safe space of dumb information now. You don't have a good diet of information. You can just block yourself for every contrarian opinion of yours.
So listen, I got this. She's actually going to be on my show next week. Her name is Pamela. Anyway, this story. This is
Pamela?
fucked up, guys.
Pamela who?
Pamela Pagano, I think her last name is.
Ah, fuck. Okay, cool.
That was Anderson.
Not Pamela Anderson, guys. On se calme.
Jesus Christ. There's not enough pixel for her boobs. Is that it?
Probably. There's not enough megabytes.
So like the video is going to be too heavy.
Just to follow up into what Joey says, and that's why I related to that. She said she went shopping one day, walks into a store, an Aldo, looking for a certain pair of shoes. She doesn't buy them. She never did any research online.
Yeah.
She comes back home, she goes online, and the exact same shoes pops up as an advertisement to sell them to her.
Oh man, it's nuts.
Oh. I thought you were going to take the story at a whole 180 degree level.
Where was your dirty mind going?
I don't know. I thought she was being one of these Mary Minga goes, but me, I went to Aldo, but they didn't have the shoes that I want. So me, I go home and I'm like, babe, give me the internet. And she has those AOL discs. She puts them in, she goes, I can't find my shoes.com. It's a Mary Minga site. And I thought you were going to go somewhere in that direction.
No, I was
to follow up on that. I went to in Montreal North for 5 minutes. And all the porn I had was ebony porn. What the fuck is wrong?
Oh dear God! So what were we saying, Louis?
I'm just saying because I mean, I don't know if you guys saw The Social Dilemma.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. That's really good.
And then literally, I just watched it, and then a couple of days later, she tells me this story, or I hear her telling the story. It's fucked up, guys, man.
I mean, people talk about hack like all misinformation goes to people, but it's not that. It's the business model is built for that.
Yeah. I mean, it was an. I knew it was going on, but it's still when you see it presented the way they did on Social Dilemma, it's fucking scary, man.
Oh yeah, it is.
Jesus Christ.
And now, I mean, now even more. Can you imagine all these companies that they all have us home? All of us are online, even tenfold, even more. Yeah. So then, even more information for them. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. It's look, I don't know what to make of this. Like, besides doing comedy, I'm just a very simple guy. Like, I just want to work. Basically, when I see all these rimbambit saying, "Oh, I'm gonna protest and stuff," and I'm like, man, you know what? Everyone's losing their jobs or about to lose their jobs, right? And I'm
not
one of them.
The assholes. You just have to learn to code.
Well, I'm saying but I'm just there I'm trying to find work because even though when I'm on this temporary chômage, I'm like, man, I want to work, but then whatever is coming on, I'm like, listen, I just want to do my work 9 to 5. I'll wear my mask out of common courtesy, and then I'll do this stuff. I'm like, come on, man, this. And then on top of that, they're trying to pressure me to like, hey, you should do more research and stuff. I'm like, listen, you know what? Am I mad? Look, am I mad that the government is shut down restaurants and bars? Absolutely, I am.
Yeah.
Do I think that the COVID is out there? Look, it's out there. Okay, I'm not gonna be. Do I love hearing conspiracy theories? Oh fuck yeah! You know what? Oh my God.
Hilarious.
They're hilarious. But I'm not going to start. I'm not going to go up to you guys. The guy's dirty four. We should make it have conspiracy theories. I'm not going to go up to Louis and be, hey, Louis, bro, listen, let's go to Morns and then we go protest with these idiots.
But you just have to ask them a simple question, like how many elections you saw of politicians bragging about creating new jobs, right?
Yeah.
Knowing that, how many politicians will close all the fucking business and get all of those fucking jobs being lost just for the fuck of it?
Exactly.
That's not happening.
No,
it's not happening, and it goes with my theory. It's very simple, guys. When I try to present this to small-minded people, do you think the government doesn't want us to work? Because what the fuck do you think happens when we don't work? We make less money. That means we have less disposable income to spend more money and pay more taxes, you morons.
Yeah, exactly.
And on top of that, we're not spending money, and the government has to pay us a CERB. Do you think the government is doing that? So what is the purpose of them? They want to control us. They already fucking control us, you idiots.
They have like half of a fucking revenue per year in their pocket already.
Yeah,
they can decide what you buy. They can decide what you're on which website you can go on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Well,
what music you're listening on the radio, what you're watching on TV.
Very well said. Like the illusion of choice. Like we were talking about the great George Carlin. He always said it, the illusion of choice. It is the illusion of choice. Guys, listen, if you make a decision to live in any civilized country, okay, there's going to be rules. And no matter what, and no matter how much you don't want to admit it, you think now the government's controlling us. You moron, you've been controlled since the day you were born, since the day they gave you a SIN number.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, guys?
Exactly.
Yeah. No,
everybody wants to live off the grid, but they cannot like afford to think just being like 5 minutes without Facebook or without the internet.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. It's just like I know someone, okay, and she's devout. Like her whole life is glued on the Facebook and the Instagram. And without, and then like there was like a few minutes, like, and when I mean few minutes in her world is actually 1 minute and a half. It was at a comedy club. She goes, so she keeps doing this. I'm like, are you okay? She goes, yeah, no, it's good. No, I had a minute and a half where my internet was not working, and I was being worried. I'm like, but you could use
worried of what?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just 1 minute and a half.
Yeah. But no, like she has to be on like those stories about where the couple went on a date, they were both on their phones. Yeah, that's one of the stories. That was her and her boyfriend. And then she complained. She goes, well, my boyfriend wasn't paying attention while my date. I'm like, well, if you're being a fucking idiot, you're just putting your phone. And then she got mad at me, and we're not talking. But people are always glued. And you know what? I'm gonna be one of these idiots. Be like, hey, you know what? I'm one of these idiots, and I'll admit I'm one of these idiots. But people who protest they're controlling us. I'm like, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have Twitter, you have everything. Yeah. They're putting a tracking device on you, and they're making.
Just think about that. They decided which would be the medium of exchange we're all using. They decided we're using the Canadian dollar.
Yeah.
They can decide how you call your fucking business.
Yeah.
You have a cow, right? You cannot just go around and sell the milk. You cannot just kill it and sell the meat. You have a car. You cannot just go around and transport people for money. You need a fucking warrant for that.
Yeah. No,
so well said, Joey. Wow, that's fucking...
Yeah.
But it's the God honest truth. And those ones... Now, my other favorite one was, since we were discussing that, is... and Claudio, you made me think about this. Next thing you know, next step, you make Luigi so free, you let them do whatever the fuck they want to you. Next thing you know, they're gonna put a chip in you. Hello, guys, here's my chip. It's already here. They know everywhere we are. There's my chip.
Yeah, you have like Google sending you an email every week to say, hey, you've been around like those places.
Oh yeah. Actually, speaking of that, I got a funny text message from
who?
The government. Okay.
The Google.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Peter. I work for Revenue Canada.
Claudio Capri, you will go to jail. You owe us $1 million.
Yes, I
Yeah.
got this from the government. Okay, no, I deleted it. But basically, I got a message. This is the new tracking, the new tracking device. Please download this. And then
That's
I
legit.
responded, yeah. And I'm like, no. I responded no with a dot. And then another one says, "Sir, you've been contacted by the FBI. The Canadian government is coming after you because you owe money." And I'm like, so then these fuckers call me. And I had a five. I have nothing to do. And he goes, "Sir, the FBI." I'm like, first of all, you know, difference in Canada and the States, right? He goes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Canada doesn't have FBI. You fucking idiots.
Yeah, we
And
have the
then
RCMP.
Yeah, and then he
best.
goes, yeah, at best. And then he goes, well, you know, Trudeau told me to tell you. I'm like, listen, okay, but tell Trudeau.
Trudeau has better shit to do than
Yeah.
actually like going through the day-to-day of implementing regulations.
Exactly. And he goes, and then he goes,
idiots.
yeah, and he goes, the police are going to be actually, you know what? They almost got me because the police are going to be outside in 30 seconds. 30
They
seconds.
almost got you. Wait. They
No.
almost got you.
No, because they said the police are going to be there in 30 seconds, and I hear the sirens. And I was scared shitless. I'm like, oh fuck, this is coming true. And I'm like, man, I'm going.
So you have a guy with an Indian accent calling you, saying his name is fucking Brian, and basically he's telling you like their FBI is going to get you. It's not true. That Trudeau, just talked to Trudeau like 2 minutes ago, and then he said the cops are coming,
But he
knowing
said
all the previous information. And you're like, oh, I'm shitting my pants.
No, but because when he said the cops are coming, I'm like,
Moron.
literally, I'm like, no, I didn't believe him, but I'm just saying it was perfect timing for when he said that. But I still got like, oh fuck, what? And no, it's just these people are hilarious. And he goes, sir, can I have your SIN number? I'm like, wow, you're the Canadian government, right? Yeah. So what the fuck do you need my SIN number if you already have? Oh, sir, it's for banking.
You already got it.
Like, oh, you guys are fucking stupid, man.
But
My
you know what
favorite
the charm is of being French actually is if somebody calls you for that, you can be like, okay, can I be served in French? Wait, what? Yeah, because in Canada you're supposed to be able to serve me in French. So if I want to be served in French, you have to send me somebody that can speak French. And the mind fuck on these guys. Oh, I'm from the United States. Okay, so why the United States will call me for service in Canada? Doesn't make any sense, sir.
Mr. Laflamme, I don't speak French. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're a fucking scammer, bye.
But you know what's great? Like, you know, like obviously I see the numbers. It doesn't say blocked. I call them back, and then they go, yes. I'm like, okay, so now you know how it feels like when you fuckers call me. You go, sir, I just want to let you know that this call. I'm like, wait, I'm calling you. Stop fucking trying to scam me. And then they hang up. I call again. This number is not an action. I'm like, oh fuck, man, these fuckers.
Oh, my favorite thing about it is you have some kids that are really good with computers, and basically you have those Indian scammers that makes you believe that your computer is being infected by a virus, some kind of a virus, and then they ask you to install something that will fucking get your computer infected.
Spyware.
So basically, they spin up a virtual machine, and they install the thing on the virtual machine. So they use it to figure out the IP address of the guy, and then they go hacking his fucking computer.
It's crazy.
It's
crazy.
And install the virus they wanted to install. So you have the Indian guy being like, oh shit, what's going on? I don't understand. Oh, what the fuck? Oh shit. And then I got like panicking. It's like, oh man, you fucked up the whole network of those fucking guys. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I heard about that story. Claudio, you know what you said before? You know what it reminded me? Remember that episode of Seinfeld? When the telemarketer calls him?
Yes.
And he answers him, actually, I'm pretty busy right now. Can I call you back? When do you have supper? I'm going to call you around your supper time. The guy goes, well, what do you mean? No, you can't call me back. He goes, so why the fuck are you calling me during my supper?
That is brilliant. That is brilliant. But you know what?
Jesus Christ.
Oh man! But I want to get back to more of these COVID theory idiots because they're the best. And you know what? I want to center myself around them. Look, I have a little bit of guilt for them. Actually, I just have a little bit of guilt because I want to understand what specifically triggers them. Like the salam that you were mentioning about yesterday. What triggered them to finally be like, well, you know what, COVID is bad, and the government's shutting down our houses, and I just don't understand.
honestly, I'm asking myself that question a lot. I talk about it in my podcast. What happened? At what point did we become stupid? Or I think it's a combination of things. I think that we have too much time on our hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, for sure.
everybody wants to, everybody. Joe Rogan always says everybody wants to feel part of a tribe, right?
Yeah.
So everybody wants to feel like they're part of something. So if they don't, let me say, okay, let me get on this bandwagon about this conspiracy and whatever. And then everybody wants to feel this new thing that you have to be woke and you have to be open, you have to be progressive. So even if you don't technically really believe in it, they're gonna jump on any fucking bandwagon. And
Yeah, they
this
want
is
to be in the secret, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and this is becoming honestly, guys, a really huge problem in society as a whole, in Western society.
So
Yeah,
let
I
me
don't
ask,
know if it's a lot of people though, because I checked recently how many they were anti-vaxxer. It's like 20% of the people, but when you kind of dig in, how many, what are actually the anti-vaxxer? You have like two categories. Like the first category is like people that are too fucking lazy or too much of fuckheads to get themselves vaccinated or think they don't need it, but they're not in the absolute against it. And
Okay.
a really hard one when we think about anti-vaxxer, it's like 5% on that. It's not a lot of people. Telling you.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe we're inflating the whole conspiracy shit because we're so often on the internet, right?
yeah.
Exactly, Joey, and that's a good point because they're very loud. Claudio, you
Yeah,
wanna
they
say-
are.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
a bunch of cunts.
Like yeah, basically.
Just a couple of cunts on the internet. That's
Yeah,
it.
basically. No, but I think no, but it's just because the more I'm hearing about all these and the more I'm seeing them, like, is this a trend? Is this a fucking? I'm like,
You ever heard about the 9/11 conspiracy?
yeah,
Yeah.
It's not a trend, man. They have been around for a while.
I
Like
think
during in
Yeah.
history, they always have that kind of shit. Like
Oh, yeah,
after World War One, when the Germany lost the First World War, there were conspiracy theories saying that the Weimar Republic, like the government that went after the German Empire, that like they kind of gave up because of a Jewish conspiracy and some shit. So
oh man,
it's always
Yeah.
been around.
it's a good
Oh.
point though, because
Mhm.
Joey, it's a great point. It's 80 years, right, since the Holocaust, and they're still
Yeah.
today Holocaust deniers.
Yeah.
Think of it,
They
80
say
years
that,
later, guys.
Or you have
No,
those people
what am I
saying
talking
that
about?
they're
Sorry,
surfing
100
on
years
the
later.
Holocaust sympathy.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 They're using it. Yeah, there's a conspiracy theory also. They say that happens, but they're using it for having sympathy, of having power, and it's fucking dumb.
yeah. It's I don't know, man. Look, because you were asking before, like, what is your favorite conspiracy theory?
Yeah.
Like if I have a list now, I want to go into the list. The first one is I love just hearing the fact of stupidity. People are saying that the Holocaust
Yeah.
is not real. That's number one. Number two is the 9/11. Well, no, the 9/11 being like, hey, you know what? It was caused by terrorists. Look, we don't know the answer, but that's my second because the shit that people say about that is phenomenal. And then the third is the 5G tower, and then the last, least but not last, the last but not least, I just love how everyday people bring up their own conspiracy theories. And
Unfortunately, the Holocaust thing is just a conspiracy theory, and they were an actual Holocaust because some
Yeah.
of my best jokes are about that. So that'd
Yeah,
be kind of a bitch if that never happened.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And yeah, when you could do jokes about the Holocaust, that's pretty talented.
Yeah. Oh,
I have two.
oh
of
yeah.
them.
Look how proud he is. He's so much like.
Who was
I have
it?
a- Like I approached Sid once to ask for a couple of spots, and I'm like, "Hey, I have 3 new Anne Frank's jokes to try. Can I try it on your stage?"
He's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, Joey, we're pretty busy this week. Come back next week.
No, he told me you're planning to get banned from rooms too.
Too. Oh yeah. No, there's a lot of So because we do stand up comedy, there's a lot of politics in that too, which is
Yeah.
kind of stressful. But
Guys,
Like,
there's
Be like me.
politics.
Don't do them.
true.
Don't
true.
need to do them.
Yeah, I know. No,
just,
no, I know.
just go to those guys and be like, "Can I be on your night?" Yes. Okay. Cool. No. All right. That's
All
fine.
right, good. So, but I'm Frank.
About
I
Anne
think-
Frank.
I think guys, there's politics in anything, man. Anything you do, anything.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Whether it be working
Even
for
in
a bank.
office.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Office politics. You're wondering why some people get more projects than the other? Office politics.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. There needs to be a
Absolutely.
bike path in like around those conspiracy theorists. That's where the bike path should be useful.
Are we gonna go there with the bike paths?
Oh, absolutely. I
Are
want
we
to go
really
there.
gonna go there?
I really want to go
Yeah.
there.
We're really gonna go there.
The bike
Oh,
pass?
yeah.
Moi, je suis pas capable. Listen, I spoke about this last night again with my guest Matthew. I just I don't get it, guys. Someone needs to. I would wish somebody from City Hall. Okay, it doesn't even have to be the mayor. I'd probably kick her in the head. But I just wish you would sit down in front of me, somebody from City Hall, and say, "Here's our plan, Luigi. This is why we're doing it." Because no
Okay.
matter what they tell me, I'm going to say, "But are you all retarded? Seriously? Is there
We have
if
6 months of winter.
if
Like
we
you
open
can
up
do bicycle for 2 months maximum. Why would you plan your all urbanism based on this fucking mean of transportation?
I don't get it, Joey. In the middle, just slow down. In the middle of a fucking pandemic, slow down. Slow down. I don't understand. You businesses are already dying.
Oh, absolutely.
I say this literally almost every show, and then it's like when someone's down and then you finish them off with a like kick in the face.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, let's finish them off. They're dying, but let's put a bike path in front of their business. Let's close off the street. Let's change the direction of the street and make less traffic coming out. So we're really going to finish them off.
Yeah,
It's-
like take to Montreal, they fucked up the whole neighborhood.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no, they
Plateau,
yeah.
But so is
Little
it so?
France.
Yeah. So my theory here is not my theory, but it's always why is government always doing something to satisfy a minority to piss off the majority?
Lobbies.
Okay. The
Yeah.
bike path lobby.
Hmm?
There's a bike path lobby in this
Bike path
case.
lobby, apparently. Like in urbanism, you have a lot of those fuckheads that thinks cars are the devils.
True.
So they have to figure out another urbanism way to get us away from cars. Like you should see Luc Ferrandez with Patrick Lagacé.
Yeah.
That was the most fucking nuts shit I ever heard in my life. Like this guy was comparing being in a car as a torture, like sensorial deprivation torture.
What?
Nothing. Yeah. And Patrick Lagacé is really left wing. He's not right wing at all, not by any stretch of the imagination.
Okay.
And the guy, you should see his fucking face while he was saying all that. Like he was driving him around, and he was like,
Okay.
Yeah,
Did he have his meds this morning?
"Yeah, exactly. That was exactly the face he was doing. Like in his face, you could hear that. Did he take his meds?"
But you want to hear a scary stat, guys?
Sure.
Go ahead.
One of my guests told me this. I had 3 business owners on my guest, and we were talking about their plight. So I had a bar owner, a restaurant owner, and a reception hall owner. And the restaurant owner, Mario Vino from Salumi Vino in Old Montreal, says, guys, she doesn't care. You want to know why? Because nobody shows up to municipal voting. So all she needs, which she already has, is about 20% of the vote, which she already has. So no matter what, she's gonna win again.
Yeah.
Because she has all the tree huggers, right? That drive a bike in -50 weather.
Yeah. Exactly.
And Montrealers are not as politicized as people from Quebec City. Sorry to tell
True.
you that, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
Like
no,
Montrealers are not more left wing than anywhere else in Quebec. It's just that the only people that are involved into politics are left wing, and the rest of Montreals are not involved at all. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to hear about it.
exactly.
You're totally right. You're totally right.
Yeah. No. I was gonna mention before we continue. So like, and going back to those, actually, Louis, like out of all your podcast episodes, that one with the 3 guys, it was the most. I was like, holy crap, this is right. By the way, you can follow Luigi at Agree to Disagree podcast. And he comes out a lot, every Friday night. He has amazing guests. So that's Agree to Disagree podcast. So Louis, so
I thought we had an agreement. Like you do your plugs while I'm doing a pedophile joke, then you cut me and being. By the way, let's me plug you Coca-Cola.
hold on. You know what? No. So what I want to
Speaking
bring
of
up.
pedophilia and fucking kids, there you go.
So
Coca-Cola.
So one of the one of the guests he had was he was mentioning that in the old port it's around 7 or 8 p.m. and you'd walk there and the lights are already on and it would be empty. Joy and I, we experienced this time during the first and second pandemic. Like, we're outside before a show and it was 7 p.m. and we're in the heart of the old port and it was dead. It was
Nobody.
like there was nobody. At one point, like I'm looking at everyone else, I'm like, is everyone out tonight? And we're for sure we thought we're gonna get, we had to cancel the night because there was nobody. Literally, while only like a few people.
I think it was in the moment they were talking about making a karaoke illegal.
Which
so people were scared to get out because of that.
Which I don't know, man.
I find it sad.
Is pretty horrendous.
I find it sad, guys. Seriously, I find it so sad for guys like you that make your business in terms of human interaction. Because what's comedy without an audience? I find it sad for these business owners. Absolutely, I find it bad for these business owners that have dedicated their lives, their money, their investments, and create jobs. These small businesses, and you know what? I came across a great story, and guys, we could be out of this so easily because we're not so far in terms of population from, for example, Sweden, right? So the Quebec population, what are we at, 7 or 8 million now?
8 million.
Okay, 8 million. Sweden is 10 million. Okay, so they had a rough start at the beginning. They had a few deaths, but now life is normal. There was a Quebec reporter there. Life is normal. Okay, so so there was 2 Quebec reporters, one here in Quebec and one that's moved there and living in Sweden, and they asked her, "Mais comment ça que la vie est normale? Ça semble tout est normal là-bas?" She goes, "Well, it's very easy." She goes, "It's just a mindset. Here, the Swedes trust and listen to government. In Quebec, in Canada, we do not. We do not respect.
We're a bunch of fuckhead." Yeah. But I've heard about it. Like in Sweden, they didn't do any confinement and anything. They just tell them, don't hug each other, just follow some guidelines and everything will be fine. Like wearing the mask, I think, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But here we cannot be trusted with that, apparently.
But we're
not disciplined.
But we're not, because we're fucking going around and protesting, wearing masks.
For the dumbest fucking thing ever.
But there you go. There's case in point. We can't be trusted. We can't even be trusted enough. We're so busy fighting amongst each other about what's true and what's not true. Guys, I've always said it from day one. If everyone will shut the fuck up, follow simple rules, we're going to get out of this together.
Absolutely. No, you know what? I'll be honest with you guys. It's hurting me. All this, because I know a lot of people in restaurants and bars owner, for example, Peroni's, right, where we go check out the weekend show. I was talking with the owner of Peroni's. He was there like almost every Saturday, and it's at Sun Life. So he goes, before the pandemic, Sun Life would operate from 98 to 100 capacity, right, 100%. Now, during the first pandemic, and then when it came back, the building was operating at 15%. 15.
Oh,
wow.
And he goes,
it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and he was losing his mind. He goes, do you think people are going to come downtown with the bike path, with the traffic, with the fear of the karaoke closing down?
Yeah.
Don't forget the cones. Don't forget the cones.
And the cones, and the Michael Bay movie cones. Do you think people are going to come? No, they could work at home. And also, and then today, actually, I have a friend of mine who works at a bank, and they laid off like 5 departments. Like there's like 70 departments in that building. They had to lay off a few, 5 of them. And
5 departments. That's a fuck ton of people.
By the way, Joey, I work for a bank, and I just found out that Claudio just told me I got fired.
All right.
Oh.
The entire time. The entire time. But no,
he didn't know until Claudio told him.
Exactly. He's trying to go.
Best way to learn you getting fired is on a podcast.
Yeah. It's like, hold on, babe.
How many people are watching?
Chances are you're
It's,
getting fired too.
I know I
it's
like the
going
job.
it's going up and down. No, but that's the thing. And then
Dirty
the
Four podcast, all about getting people to commit suicide.
Seriously, fuck.
part two. But no, but that's the thing. And then the owner kept saying, he goes, no, like we can't fucking operate on this. He goes,
No, you can't.
he goes, before the pandemic, it was at 80%, but he was getting rushes, for lunch. Then and now it's just he goes and I spoke to all the comedy owners. Well, I mean the club and the bar owners that we go to.
Yeah.
They were saying, even Joy, even the girl at Pub St. Paul, the waitress, she was saying,
Yeah.
we give them business. Stand-up comedy producers give the restaurants business. So
Oh yeah, the waiter at the Pub St. Paul, they're fucking nuts about us because basically we're bringing a lot of people in, and she's like, "Fortunately, you're there because if you weren't there, well, I wouldn't have any quarters to work on. I wouldn't have any money."
yeah,
Wow.
it's
fucking nuts.
and this goes again with the three guys that you had on, which honestly I watch that episode often because I'm learning so much,
Yeah.
and they're right. They're saying, the government is just like, oh look, we did something, right? They divided. They paid money for the divided shit thingy. The less people respecting rules, and I'm gonna bring this up. And by the way, sorry, I'm like really furious right now.
Good.
If you go to all the restaurants while the comedy shows were around, because Joy and I were part of the comedy festival that started. How many? How many COVID reports during that time do we have? Zero.
Not zero, but that was like so fucking low, the new cases. It was like
exactly.
well below 500.
Yeah.
Easily be below around like 100, 200, something like that.
Yeah, but say
Now as the school opens, right?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Then
But
it gets starting up there. Yeah. And then they close the fucking bars.
yeah,
But the numbers started going up even before the schools opened.
Yeah.
It's clear the problem was the large gatherings.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The house parties.
Stuff.
Yeah.
The house parties.
But we're saying it's like, like we've never heard, we never seen cases when we're at the show because people actually respected, taking off the mask when you're seated. And Joey and I in the Dirty Four, we had to force everybody. We have to remind them, okay, so when you get up, put on your mask, go to the bathroom, go outside, put on it. When you're sitting down, take off your masks. So people listened,
Yeah. And we had like 3 mics, basically, like one for the
we were
two for the comedians that was rotating, and every time we were cleaning the mics.
Yeah. And we're disinfecting all the and then I just don't understand. Like, listen, and then people are blaming the bars and the restaurants. Fuck out of here, man.
You know what? I don't think people are. It's the government. You said it perfectly before. It's a diversion. They need to show that they're doing something. So what are they gonna do? Just just
it's an easy target.
It's an easy target, but what? The SAQ could be open.
Yeah, exactly.
Are the whorehouses open?
No, but are the casinos open?
No.
Shit. No, they closed that.
A friend of mine.
But you could go get your pot and you could go get your alcohol.
Yeah. Like, no, the casino actually casino, they're open only at a few times. Like my friends and I, like if you want to go to a casino, you have to reserve like a while. And my friend went to the casino.
Because now you have to reserve to get there.
Yeah, and he goes, it's so depressing.
Okay, so basically, when you reserve, you cannot get COVID. I get it.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. So hold on. So Melanie Azaf has an important point. She goes, little to none when it came to restaurants and bars, and even at that, we took precautions when it came up to this. Yeah, no, you're right. You're
Absolutely.
right.
She's totally right. And further to Melanie's point, before a week or two before the second lockdown, when they closed the restaurants again, I went and have supper with a friend of mine. Never, guys, during that evening did I feel in danger or whatever at all. On the contrary, I saw all the money that they invested.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Robert D'Alessio. How are you? He's from that series, Daily Struggles. So, yeah. Sorry about that.
So he has a podcast and he has other stuff going on.
Exactly.
No, basically just saying that I just, on the contrary, I saw how much money they invested in with rolling plexiglass. that they could have changed, so that if they had to
Yep.
change a table from 4 to 2, they could change a plexiglass between the two. All the waitresses and waiters were wearing masks. What the fuck is the problem? What is the problem here?
Yeah, I know. I did the Bordel Comedy Club once, and that
Mhm.
was fucking weird because they put like a plexiglass all in front of the stage. So that was kind of weird because I got there and then I saw my own reflex, so the connection with the crowd was really low.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and I had some pretty dark jokes, so already I have an handicap about it. If I have the thing there, and it's tougher for me to do any crowd work because I don't see properly the people and everything.
Oh
It's
no.
not good.
Like no, but like I'll agree with you because I did the bordel before while we went to the second lockdown, and
Yeah.
it is as Joey was saying, but like I got in, and then like look, I have a loud voice, but I was hearing like my own
Yes, there's
reflection.
that.
And I'm like, at one point, I'm like, like at first, like, where the like at one point, like, I put the mic away because my voice is loud enough so people could hear, but I was
Yeah.
still getting some laughs. And then there was a few points where I only see people's faces right in front of me, and then everything else behind them was all dark. And I'm like, I can't enjoy this. And then you weren't getting that circled air, so
Yeah.
that was faint. I thought I was gonna faint at one point, but no,
Yeah.
And
I
you
don't
know
know.
what? It's funny. Who said it? I think it was. Anyway, I think I was listening to Sebastian's Maniscalco's podcast. It's funny, right? The time the people need it the most to laugh in comedy, that's when you
Mm.
close comedy clubs.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, what's just do it a little bit more social distancing. Don't sit the people so close. Maybe do it half
Yeah.
capacity. It's quite a problem.
Fucking
What's the what?
fucking find the bars that doesn't respect that
Yeah,
fucking thing.
Thank you.
Like,
exactly.
and
Yeah.
the problem also the worst is that at the beginning they were just finding bars. So basically, what that means is if you had just one fuckhead that decided that he won't follow any instructions and do whatever he please, that was still the bar getting fined for that. That's another major problem.
Yeah, and again, two things. Bobby Shorts. It's like, thanks for supporting Dirty Four. They're great guys. Thank you, Bobby. You're great as always. And then Melanie is like, when it came to the restaurant where I work, we had plexiglasses that we spoke about, and then this is the point where she got me. And if they ever didn't want to respect that, we had to ask them to leave. I think they got scared of me a bit, but that was tough. Like, and also,
I can understand the part they were scared of you.
yeah. No, but also, and then also, this is like a new normal for workers, right? Like, if people don't come in with a mask, you have to tell them to get the fuck out, or else you got like when I was working at the cinema, right? I'd have these fucking idiots coming in that have masks. I'm like, yo, put on your mask. Because yeah, my mask is on. But then they would lose their
Right over
tantrum.
your fucking nose.
Yeah. And then they go, oh, who you telling me what to do? I'm like, listen, if the police come in and they find you without a mask, they're going to find the company. All right. So
Yeah.
and then I told them, listen, like, I'm just here to work. I'm not here to fucking be a police. Wear your mask. We'll get the
You know
fuck
what
out.
you should have told him? There's already rules when you go to a fucking cinema. You cannot bring
Yeah.
food. When you go to the room, you shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know that easy shit. So how much of a hustle it is just to follow one more fucking rules
Exactly.
while you're at it. You cannot
Apparently,
like undress yourself and flap your dick around, right? Well, agree with that.
well,
Just put a
sometimes
fucking mask.
I wish I could do that, but
Fucking oh yeah, that'd be fun actually.
It's just,
Without getting sued.
yeah, ooh, thank God we don't live in the States. But Joey, it's a good
You want to seek treatment, eh?
this what I'm doing tonight is treatment for me. This is therapy. But what I'm saying is, Joey, it's a great point, right? You see, it goes to what we were saying before. This stupid dickhead. You already have rules when you're going to watch a movie, right, Claudio?
Yeah.
There's always fucking rules. What's
Cannot
one more?
film the movie. Yeah.
Well, now all of a sudden, I have a problem with this movie theater because they're asking me to put a camera, put a camera,
mask.
put a mask. But yet,
Yeah.
the government's controlling me, even at a movie theater. No, it's in all establishments.
what
I
was
just-
yeah, I have a funny story about that actually. No, sorry, Louis, did you have?
No,
something
it was just one of my favorite sayings now is this: what I find that now, even pre-COVID, I find everybody has a problem with something.
Yeah.
When did we become like this? This is I want an expert to tell me at what point can we go back and if we find the fucking DeLorean from Back to the Future, can we go back and change it? Why does everybody have a problem with everything?
When did we become a bunch of little bitches?
Yeah.
When, Joey?
Always
When?
complaining. Yeah, I know, right?
You know what? I'll give you an answer. There is not going to be an answer for that because that's what I think the higher ups want. They want more
Conspiracy theories. All right.
Exactly. More problems.
I was
more
waiting for that one.
Tonight on Claudio's conspiracies. Here we go.
The government wants you to be the fucking faggots.
Exactly. You know what? That's it. But that's basically it. Look. They're gonna distract you. When they distract you, that's where more problems come in, and more problems, more distractions. Like honestly, I've been asking that same question. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to. You know what? I have my life to live. Just let me live it in peace.
Yeah.
And by the way, going back to the cinema, so there's this guy who came in, and my colleague, she was downstairs, and there was a couple that showed up with their tickets. Now they both had different tickets, different seatings. Because if you go to a movie theater, if you're going together, right, by twos, you're gonna have to buy the same ticket, right? So let's say Joy and Louis, you guys go to the movies. Louis or Joy, you guys have to buy.
Don't start any rumors, bro.
You have to buy two tickets.
That ship has sailed, brother.
So you have to buy two tickets. So one person has to buy two tickets. Okay. So I noticed. So she noticed that there were different seats, and then she asked them, "Excuse me, but are you both? Are you a couple?" And they go, "Yeah, but you guys are sitting different seats. You're gonna have to sit together." Right, so then they explained they have to go do a refund. All of a sudden, this person goes, "Oh, you know what? You're saying this is because I'm, it's because I'm a fucking minority engine, huh? You fucking little cunt." And then
that has all to do with that because you guys fucking stinks. Wait, so we cannot put you together because that's more stinkage.
And then the manager,
bad for everybody.
The manager comes and says, "Listen, if you want to sit together, do a refund, because you cannot sit together because the workers have to disinfect the seats." And the guy goes, "You know what?
Exactly my point."
And then he goes, "Oh, who the fuck do you guys think you are, you pieces of..." And then I was there. I'm like, fuck, I can't believe I'm just watching this, and the guy's videotaping around. Goes, "You see here at Scotiabank Theater, blah blah blah." And then it came on Twitter, so I went on Twitter and I saw this, and then at the bottom, I'm like, "By the way, does anybody know what my shift is?" I forgot mine because, and then people were saying hashtag racist. What are we being racist about?
Yeah, it's don't worry about that, Claudio. It's always the same two fucking mongoloid on the internet. It's always the two, like the media inflate everything with the social networks. You have like the two same assholes bitching about everything, and then it's always the two same, and they say the Twitter sphere is fucking angry about something. No, it's just two assholes.
No, it's.
There's always going to be stupid, there's an idiot born every minute, Claudio. There's always going to be a group of people that are going to agree with them because, first of all, they don't have the full story.
Yeah.
And second, it goes back to, again, what I said before. They just feel that they need to be part of a noble cause. Oh my God, they were discriminated against at a fucking movie theater during a pandemic. Get the fuck out of here, please. Stay home.
I have a theory about it. It's because we stopped beating kids. If you can remember distinctly receiving a belt in your butt cheek, you're nicer on the internet all of a sudden because you understand what it is to get hit on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. But look, even here, it's
true.
Yeah, but
you think?
Even kids who are born from the 70s to the 90s, were born then, and let's just say hypothetically, like they never got a beating, right, by their parents or parents. They would know some people would know what common courtesy is. Or
at the same time, when you go on the internet, you see a lot of boomers acting like fucking idiots, though.
Oh yeah, because
they don't understand. Because they don't understand it's public and every asshole can see that.
Yeah, but one of them. Yeah, okay. So there's this question that someone asked from the West Island. There was like West Island. And then someone goes, "Yeah, like my kid goes to school, and but my husband and I, we can't go. We can't leave work. Like we both have to work, And then I'm like, well, look, I don't have kids, and am I gonna have kids? I don't know. And I answered, listen, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm gonna sound a stereotypical single guy. then one parent has to work and then one has to stay home. She goes, yeah, but you never have kids. So I'm like, listen, if everyone else is saying close the schools, it's 2020. Everything could be done online. All right. But it's so one parent stays home and then the other one goes work. She goes, yeah, but what if we both make minimum wage? And then I lost my shit, and all of a sudden I said, well, fucking sacrifice. Your husband didn't pull out. Your husband didn't pull out on your outfitting in time. Well, fucking so now you have kids and you fucking live this. And she blasted me, and she said, "Yo, you're." I'm like, well, you know what? When all this is lifted, come to my comedy show.
Okay, you know what, Claudio? Next time you go, you know what you're gonna answer. My friend Luigi tells me, "Oh, you're both on minimum wage, and how many kids you have?" So this is exactly how much fucking family allowance the government of Canada and the government of Quebec give you. You probably make more money than a fucking doctor. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, for sure.
No, it's
like
it's
being on welfare in Quebec. Like it's better than being on minimum wage because you have like eye insurance, teeth insurance. Like your eyes and teeth are really covered. And there were one fucking cunt on the internet when I told that, she was like, yeah, but it's just one per year. Good for you, sugar tits, because I don't have any when I do a minimum wage job.
Oh yeah, no, that's the thing.
Christ.
That's the thing. Like I have a friend who's on welfare. I'm not saying I'm not saying being on welfare is good or bad. Listen, it's up to you. Yeah. You do what you gotta do. My friend's like,
it's bad. Yeah. They should die of AIDS.
Yeah. No, but and he's like 30. He's 38. And then my friends are like, oh man, we have a long week of work, and so we get together, and this guy's like, oh yeah, no, guys, I bought this new expensive watch. I bought this new car. I'm like, motherfucker, man. And then I'm here. I'm like, fuck, my credit card thing is coming up next week. I fucking hope I can pay. And then that's what I hate, man. It's just these people take advantage, and then surprisingly,
there's a reason why they're fucking broke actually, and they need to go on welfare. It's because they're fucking stupid. They can't plan.
Oh yeah.
Like, when you work in grocery stores or convenience store. Like the first of a month, it's always the biggest day because you have all those fucking cunts coming in your store buying all useless shit.
Yeah.
All useless shit. Fucking lotto tickets and like carton of cigarettes.
Yeah. Yep. Oh no, like a friend of mine, like before the pandemic, like I'm trying to save my money. I'm not great, but I'm trying to save my money. But thank God for some comedy. Like I was getting money, but I would like to go to the keg. I went to the keg once, and my friend's like, "Hey, where did you?" Oh, bro, me, I went to the keg this weekend. They went clubbing. I'm like, that's like. He goes, "Yeah, I'm getting my my welfare check next week." I'm like, you piece of shit. I'm getting my paycheck in 2 weeks, and it's less than. And then I'm like, so why don't you go get a job? He goes, I'm not going to go get a job at a grocery store or I'm like, dude, as Joy says.
So he's right though. If you're on welfare in Quebec, it's better than being on minimum wage.
But here's the thing, though, and I've been having
with all the benefits you have.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. For me, it's like I know everyone says age is just a number. And you're both gonna look at me as if, bro, I think you're a bitch doing that, but I think it's an age thing too.
An age thing?
What do you mean?
Like what I mean is, for example, like
when you're old as Luigi, you're fucking. No, I'm kidding.
No. like
45 guys, 45.
That's old as fuck.
It's like fucking old, bro.
My friend is 39 years old, right? He's 39 years old. He never really had a real job. In his life, and he doesn't. And then he's trying to pick up chicks by fills, but he never had a real job, so he doesn't understand. Waking up at 4 a.m, waking up at 5 a.m, working from 6:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. with no food, no water. He doesn't.
What fucking job that was? I hear you complain about that job. What it was?
I worked in the. Anyways, I don't want to mention it.
What do you mean? What's going on? We're not matching it.
Yeah, there's 2 fucking people watching, man. Come on.
So there's 5. No.
5? Okay, so yeah, that place is fucking ruined if you tell their name. Oh, come on.
No, I worked at a fish place yesterday.
A fish place? Okay.
A fish place in the East End.
What's wrong with that?
No.
What's wrong with that?
It's a job.
I only lasted 1 day.
You only lasted.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You fucking idiot. That's what I'm trying to say.
Pussy.
I know.
You
I know,
fucking wimp. They don't know what it is to have a real job. I lasted one day there.
No. But listen, hold
Guys,
on.
I really tried really hard that one day.
Hold on. No.
It didn't work. Eat
No,
for 5 minutes.
No, I had previous jobs.
You could have like 3 sashibis for the whole day.
I know, but here's the thing. Like I had previous, like for example, like I had previous jobs before. Like I worked in construction, like I was a bricklayer, and then I worked in factories, warehouses. And I was saying, like besides this, like this guy never understood what happened, like what it means to get up at 5:30 a.m. and is going to work. Meanwhile, he's getting up at 1 and gets welfare check. I'm like, God damn it, man.
Hold on, I want to know what Melanie said something. Claudio felt depressed and he told me all about it. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, all right, Melanie. No, nothing.
I called him a wimp for a while actually. When he told me
guys, what's funny though? Could you imagine? Because so when is the service stopping soon, right, from the government?
Yeah.
So see, what was happening was that everybody that was making CERB, which was the 2,000 across the board to everybody, those people that were making less money then said, why the fuck would I go back to work? I say, okay, I'm not going back to work even though the employer says you could go back to work. Oh, I don't feel safe. Now we're going to start to see the shit hit the fan. What are these what are these people going to do now?
Absolutely. You know what?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
Some of them are comedians.
Yeah.
Never had that much money and they were spending that money on stupid shits. And I'm like, you do realize that that money is taxable, right?
You do realize you got to get 30% of it back next year. You do realize that, right?
Yeah. No, but for me, like, look, for me, I was the first person. Like, well, as soon as the cinemas opened, I'm like, oh fuck, I want to go back to work. And then everyone else, I'm gonna stay at home. I think I'm gonna stay at home and
jerk off and smoke weed. And
I just saw Maxim Pitt's comment.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, you know what, guys?
He's a hard worker now.
Yeah, damn right, guys.
I don't want to make you feel bad about like not lasting a day, but when I went to university, my job was working in a backstore in Dollarama. Basically, I had to wake up at 4 every day to get at work at 6. Then when I finish around at like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. After that, I go to university plus the works, and then I press it again. Yeah, no. It was like opening up the box, like placing them around, and that was a fucking shit job actually.
Oh, yeah. No, I used to work,
and I last more than a day on this.
No, but
hold on.
Since let me tell you something.
I want to go back to something you mentioned, Claudio. Amongst your 5,000 jobs that you said before, you did a bricklayer.
Yeah,
bro, bricklayers make all kinds of money.
But
especially I'm betting that you were being paid cash without any.
I was.
Don't say yes to that, you fucking dumbass.
Oui, bonjour, c'est Revenu Québec. Est-ce que je peux parler avec Luigi Capri, s'il vous plaît?
Oh fuck!
Let's talk about that time you were working bricklayer without paying us anything.
No. I was just the guy mixing cell. I was a cement mixer and then helping bring it up.
Okay, you were one of the slaves.
Like a leech. But they fucking buy the fucking building you're sleeping in.
Yeah, so I didn't care. Anyways, but
but Raul said something pretty stupid. Oh, it was a sarcasm.
Yeah.
I hope for his sake it's sarcasm because it's fucking dumb.
Yeah, it is. That's how I'm like. Landlord's like a leech. They take your money and. Oh God, Jesus Christ!
No, it's
man.
dumb. I think he's kind of referring when we were talking about those welfare cases, but you do realize that landlord have bought something, so they have an actual job. They bought the fucking block, and then they're renting you a fucking apartment.
Yeah.
So I'm a leech then. Yes.
Yeah. Fucking parasite.
Luigi. Yeah, you're. Oh man.
Yes.
Are you a landlord?
Yeah.
What building you have?
I got 2 condos. So
you got 2 condos. Awesome.
Oh, damn. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah. No. So but according to Rahul, you're a leech. Rahul, why?
I think it's sarcasm. He's trying to be funny, but it's like, I don't know to which is related though. Is he bitching about the fact that we're bitching about the welfare cases?
Yeah, we're gonna put that into context.
Yeah, put that in context, Raul, and maybe we'll respect you again. But that's going to be a hard one to win.
Yeah, very hard, very hard,
Yeah.
very hard to win.
So guys, can I ask you a question, guys? Because
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm curious. When is this shit gonna end, man? When do you think knife goes back to normal, if ever?
I would bet. I've heard like Eli, the computer guy on YouTube, say it's going to be 2022 because let's imagine that the vaccine is getting ready for the first semester of 2021. You have to realize that you have a couple of millions of people that needs to be vaccinated, so the whole logistic of the thing is going to take a while. So before satisfactory number of people getting the vaccine is good, you have a good enough number of people getting vaccinated, that's going to take a while. So like 2022 for me seems like something might be manageable. So we still have another year of this shit coming.
Do you think those first trials there's going to be some extra arms and legs growing out of people?
Oh,
You know
I don't
what?
think so.
You
No,
know
no,
what?
just
You know
the just the logistic of getting all those people vaccinated.
I hope,
True.
but I hope it's those people who are, anti those conspiracy.
Anti-vaxxer?
No, those conspiracy. Oh, we're gonna protest. I hope the protesters. I hope they're gonna be the first ones, and I hope they're gonna grow like an extra leg or an arm or a brain.
No, because you know what? Those people are not even going to take the vaccine unless they. So.
Unless you know, at one point, I'm sure. Look, this is gonna sound really far fetched, but I'm sure something's gonna happen, like a little civil war. I'm sure there's gonna be a riot.
A little civil war.
Yeah.
You know, La Guerre des Tucs?
I heard of them.
Yeah, that's going to be as big as that fucking thing. A bunch of fucking asshole throwing each other's snowballs. That's going to be that.
Yeah.
Oh man, watch what Max Pitt just rolled. I work at a fish department at IGA when I was 18. Worst job ever, but I lasted more than a day. You have to do the fish display is the worst. I got fired because I was eating fruits. There you go. Why you didn't eat that?
I know. Look, Rahul, the position of being a landlord, not the other jobs they might have, contributed nothing. Okay, all right, Rahul.
Oh, you're a dumb cunt, man. Seriously, they bought the fucking building and they're paying the fucking municipal tax,
and school taxes.
Yeah, like it's on the rent price. Let's be honest, but I mean, for fuck's sake, man, come on, Raul.
I don't know, but speaking of civil wars, there's a lot of people thinking, honestly. And honestly, I don't have trouble really. Is it that far fetched? The United States are going to end up in a fucking civil war the way they're going?
First of all, I want to ask this important question.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think is going to win? Because it all comes down. Who do you think is going to win the election?
Okay, Luigi.
I think Trump's going to win again.
Oh, you think? Oh, he's gonna do. He's gonna happen.
Because the numbers are never the right numbers. You have a fucking guy on one.
9 point. It's a lot, man.
I know it's a
9
lot
points. It's a lot.
But I've seen a lot of other shit change up until voting day, right?
Yes, but for that to happen, that will take economic miracle. That will take like COVID-19 getting solved that fast. That's not happening, and the guy is not doing any other debates. So that means he cannot got a debate moment where he gave a KO to fucking Biden.
Yeah, but
so that's not happening.
Yeah,
so he needs like those two. Out of the three scenario, I imagine he could switch the things around. Like one of them is not happening, and the two others are unlikely.
But think about this, guys. If Biden does win, chances are, like Joey says, is pretty high.
Yeah,
because they're gonna put a person in the White Office, in the White House, that is clearly showing early stages of some mental illness.
Yes.
Whatever you want to call it. It's very clear, guys, and it's fucking scary, man. You're telling me, and I've said this many.
Yeah, I know, but that's how democracy works.
365 million people. You can't find two better fucking bozos than Mr. Orange, Trump, psychopath, and fucking.
You're absolutely right. You're
dementia
absolutely
boy. Right. I don't understand the Americans. I really don't.
Oh, it's the same thing here, you know. Like we have a drama teacher as a prime minister.
It's very true. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very true.
So
I think I don't know. So to answer your question, there's gonna be a civil war. For me, I believe this, and again, I may be wrong. If Biden's gonna win, I think the civil war is not gonna happen, and there's a slim chance that's not gonna happen. And if Trump wins, well, then you know what? It was nice knowing the U.S. Again, we don't know what's gonna happen. That's why I'm saying, you know what? Like people are saying, yeah, like like Luigi, like yeah, Trump is gonna win or Biden. I think I'm not gonna say anything because remember the last election it was going for Hillary, and all of a sudden Trump. I hope to God that's gonna happen. Everyone thinks it's gonna be Trump. Then plot twist: Biden sniffing a 12-year-old girl's hair, and all of a sudden becomes.
yeah.
I think
I didn't. I know, but you want to laugh? I was like, I was with my girlfriend. I'm like, I'm going to do you the Joe Biden treatment, and I start like sniffing like behind the neck, and that gave her the shivers, knowing it's me that does that. Even
Imagine.
knowing like somebody trusting her, doing it, that she can trust, like me, why, right? And
Yeah.
I'm doing it to her, and she doesn't like it.
But Claudio, what you said before, I think it's going to be the reverse. Actually, I think
Yeah.
if Trump wins,
It's gonna be Kamala
Sorry.
Harris sniffing the
Sorry.
back of the head of Biden.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
going to be funny.
I think if Biden wins, you have then who knows? I wouldn't put it past him. He calls all his fucking white rednecks,
Hmm.
call to arms, and say they fixed the numbers. I really won this election.
Depends.
Is it so?
It depends. If it's really close, yes, Trump is gonna try to say that it was rigged, but by 9 points, that's not happening, and he's about to lose Texas. Like if you look the polls in Texas, which is because you know how it works, right? It's like you have like those states, you have a number of electors per state. Like
Yeah.
the biggest one is California with 55, and then after that you have Texas 38, and then New York and Florida 29 each.
Yeah, but California is completely left leaning.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't vote Republican since Donald Reagan, so that's a pretty solid bastion for like for the Democrats.
Of course,
Obviously,
of course, they're going to
yeah,
vote an actor.
yeah,
in
yeah. But
California.
Texas has been a bastion for the GOP for a long time, and
Mhm.
it's a really close race over there. It's really close.
Yeah.
So if the Republican lose the Texas, they cannot win. And there's that, and there's also the fact that Biden is actually winning the Rust Belt, like Michigan, Pennsylvania,
The
those
Rust Belt,
places. Yeah, and he's got a pretty solid advance on Donald Trump there, and that's how
That's-
Trump beat Hillary, winning the Rust Belt.
That's surprising. The Rose Belt,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
Not really.
surprising.
Not really, because typically they're really pro-union, left-leaning states because of the labor thing.
Mhm.
Hillary Clinton didn't do any campaign over there, so basically she lost it. Trump didn't win it. Hillary Clinton lost the Rust Belt by being bad at campaigning,
We all know
and
that.
Joe Biden has a bigger respect from blue collars working class than Hillary Clinton. So
Fuck, Claudio, you didn't tell me that Joey knows his shit. I like this. I like
Oh,
this.
he does. He does. See. I want to leave. I want it to be in suspense.
I like it. I like it, man.
I
like
do
it.
pedophile jokes and I comment on politics.
Exactly.
Welcome, Joey LaFlamme. But never mind. Forget it.
So I
you
want
know-
those kids getting fucked.
No, but look. As I mentioned, I'm not gonna say anything because I'm like, you never know. And
Yeah.
we all want. Look, I know we all want Biden to win, but there's gonna be some people here who drink Kool-Aid and sniff and glue, and they're like, oh, I want Trump to win. But I'm like, look. My question is, who's gonna? There has to be a Canadian Prime Minister election, please, for the love of God.
Final tool. Oh yeah, it's coming, but since it's a minority government, I think he's gonna make it. At the moment, he thinks he can win.
Yeah. Well, listen, look at the scandal we just went through, right?
Yeah.
Basically, with the We scandal and the We charity, that $1 billion basically disappeared through
And
all the
the result
croonies.
of that was that like 2 more months of serve.
Yeah, it's incredible, guys. The shit
Like-
that no one realizes the shit that he
Oh,
swept.
yeah.
He has swept under the rug in 4 years.
Mhm.
No, it's mind-boggling, and no one says a fucking word. It just
Oh yeah.
it I don't know, for people that that follow politics like I do, and the shit he gets away with. Why? Just because he's a fucking tree hugger and everything's sunshine and fucking sunshine and whatever candy and every because he takes selfies and he's got nice
Yeah.
hair. Are we that stupid as a country? Are we
But
that stupid?
the Liberal Party has always been the party of the banks and the lobby. Like it always been
Yeah.
the party of corporate Canada. Like they were against free trade between the Canada and the United States because they wanted to protect the business from Canada. That's
Yeah.
always been the case. You had the Commands scandals. Like the Liberal Party are historically the party of scandals and corruption.
Yeah,
Even
but
even under Lion McKenzie King, like he was into some shits, and then the King being affair happened, and then he got reelected again
Yeah.
because of that, and he was about to get kicked out because of corruptions.
it's just like you said, to go back what you were saying before, like Hillary lost the election, Trump
Yeah.
didn't win the election. The
Oh
same
yeah, for
thing
sure.
with here. The conservatives, what did they have to do? They didn't have to do much. And I still to
Mm.
this fucking day, how the hell did they put that weasel as their fucking unrelatable completely, especially to Quebec?
That
Okay.
was
Yeah,
who was that was again? It was fuck.
Andrew
C'était quoi,
Scheer.
c'était quoi
Yeah,
son nom? Andrew Scheer, thank you.
he looks
Yeah,
like
he was bad.
You're telling me they were just if they even if they would have put Michelle Rampal, that woman had a set of balls. She was amazing. Okay, she was the interim leader.
yeah.
That woman, man, did you
Roland Ambrose.
Ambrose and even yes, but
Yeah.
also Michelle Rampal, which I loved as well. Okay,
Michel Rampal.
She-
Okay,
Yeah.
Michelle Rampal, check her out when you can. She
Okay.
rips him apart in house. In when
Mm.
Parliament is in session, she rips everybody apart. She doesn't give a fuck. And you're telling me Andrew Scheer? I have another theory with this. I have another theory with this, but
Oh, please,
but they
please.
kind of dodge a bullet with Maxime Bernier though.
yeah, that's for sure. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
because the guy has no fucking judgment at all.
Okay, so here's my theory. Okay,
Yeah.
if you guys agree with this, I believe whoever is prime minister or especially United States, I think they're chosen. They're chosen ahead of time. There's no fucking way, okay, that the GOP, okay, sorry, not the GOP, but the Democratic Party, for example, would conceivably put Hillary Clinton when they well knew that first of all she was not going to win, she was not relatable. Same thing with the fucking Andrew
Oh,
Scheer.
are we losing Luigi?
I'm here. Do you hear me?
Okay, cool. No,
Okay.
because he kind of cut for a while.
Yeah. So I'm saying here's my theory is very simple. I'm thinking that the leader is already chosen by I don't know what powers, because you cannot tell me that a political party makes these fucking decisions and say, oh yeah, you know what, I'm gonna go to bed tonight, so fuck, I did a good decision. I really did a good decision by electing Hillary Clinton or Andrew Scheer. There's no one's gonna
Yeah.
convince me otherwise. It can be.
But what happened with Andrew Scheer though is you have those milk producers that wanted to prevent Maxime Bernier from winning. So
Yeah.
basically, they bought a card from the Conservative Party, and the Conservative Party rules were made so anybody that has the card can vote. So that's what happened for him. But the problem also is in the United States, when there are some states you can only vote for a Democrat candidate if you're a Democrat, and other states doesn't matter. So there's that. So that means and that's kind of stupid because to win the Democrat election and to win the Republican primary, you need to convince the base, like the idiots amongst the idiots,
Yep.
like people that always voting for the same fucking party, whatever the candidate is. So you have to convince those bunch of fucking idiots that you're the best candidate. So
You know,
yeah, you have to convince a bunch of idiots. So do you think that the best of the best is going to come on top? Not necessarily.
no, that's true. It's plain and point. Yeah, very well explained. It's clear as day. But what I just lost my train of thought. I was gonna say this is what I want to say. You know what's really always surprised me, and it's just I don't know, freaked me out, how so many Canadians could literally get into fights, lose friends over American politics.
I know, right?
It never ceases to
Yeah.
amaze me.
I don't know.
But the
Honestly,
Canadians has. Excuse me, Claudio. Go ahead.
oh no,
No, go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say like it's sad how like look, I understand the states is our next door neighbors, but at the same time, like, wait a minute, why are you guys fighting over American politics? Like, I know it
Yeah, I know,
concerns,
right?
but at the same time, like, who cares? For example, like, let's say if Joy is like, a Biden supporter and Louis are Trump, like, hypothetically speaking, as an example.
Mhm.
So what? You're both gonna stop talking to each other because you have different views? Hey, man, if you guys are really good friends, if you support each other, it's like, yeah, but I'm sorry, I lost friends because I didn't see the same views as
Mm.
them. And there's basically, well, Claudio, you're a good guy, but I don't like your views because your views in politics are not the same thing as my views. I'm like, go fuck
Yeah,
yourself. Jump
they're
off.
worth. Those are the kind of friend they're worth losing anyway. So
Oh,
That's
yeah.
for
I
sure.
won't
But
lose sleep for them.
you
Oh, yeah.
you mean to tell me you've honestly lost friends over difference of views in politics?
And also movies. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Fuck no, I lost like I'll give you one. Like there's a friend who's a major PQ supporter. I'm like, all
oh,
right,
how did that
and
happen?
and he has an English last name.
Oh wow.
So I'm like, listen, look, I'm not for them. Honestly, I told him like most of these political parties here, they're jokes. And he goes, yeah, but it should be French, français pour toujours. I'm like,
French across the board. Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, listen, you know what? If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. He goes, yeah, but you should vote PQ because you're in Quebec, tu parles français, tu dois faire tout. I'm like, hey, listen,
Yeah, you
man.
don't speak French that much, so that's kind of a stupid argument to tell you.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, listen, you know what? You do you, I do me. I'm not voting for them. I'm voting for
Yeah,
someone else.
obviously.
So then he at one point like the PQ really pissed me off, and I'm like, what the fuck are these idiots doing? And then he's just like, listen, you and I can't be friends. I'm like, why? Did I fuck your girlfriend? No.
Uh,
Do I want to look at your girlfriend? No. Do I would
Oh
did,
man.
did, did I tell you that I want to see your girlfriend naked? No. It's just because no,
you
that's
would
okay.
depends what she looks like.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay, but it's because of politics. So I'm like, so you'd rather that I'd be telling you that I want to sleep with your girlfriend. Instead, I'm saying I don't agree with your politics. You're mad at me saying that about Paul rather than me saying I want to
Um,
bang your girlfriend. Because yeah,
you see, you start to understand what I mean. That when you try to get the leadership of a party, you always try to get the vote from the dumbest of the dumbest. That's one of them.
It's guys, listen. I don't understand what happened to civil discord. I don't
oh,
understand.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
as I get older,
You'd be surprised, sir.
I know, but I'm saying, okay, I'm the oldest out of all of us, all right?
Yeah.
So when I was, it's scary. So when I was young, I was one of those stupid fucking idiots, right? You're not mature until you're 25, 30.
Yeah, of course.
You understand how
Of
the world
course.
works, right? Now, as I get older, I'm a hardcore federalist, okay?
Yeah.
I speak French. I made a decision to stay here, and I raised my children here. We all speak French. I'm not perfectly bilingual, but I'm bilingual. Okay.
Mhm.
Um,
Trilingual.
yeah, exactly. I speak Italian. I'm trilingual. None of them well. So it's one of my jokes. And so I just have a colleague of mine that I love. We see eye to eye in so many things. And basically, we sat down and I said, "Listen, buddy, we clearly have different views in politics." He goes, "Yes, we do." I said, "Could we agree to never speak about politics?" He goes, "Yeah, that's good to me.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We're never going to agree on it. And why, if I like this person as an individual, am I going to stop being friends with him because of his political views? He's entitled to his political views just the way I am."
Yeah, of course. Like when I went to Cégep, obviously philosophy teacher tends to be really left leaning, but I had one that was really right leaning, and I'm more right wing guy, so I had no problem with that. But what was funny to me is like he told us once that he used to play cards poker with a bunch of philosophy teachers, so a lot of left leaning teachers. But the left likes to fight amongst each other, so it's not a guarantee of like going well with each other, just being left wing with other left wing people, right? So they play poker with each other, and they were kind of bitching. And when the discussion starting to get heated, like the guy that getting pissed just like put his card on the table, get out to get a smoke, then get cool off, get in, and everybody is having fun. Like, what happened to that?
I don't know. I don't know when we lost. I don't know. I don't know when we lost all. Je sais pas. I can't even answer it.
But
It-
I do social dilemma. They can have a pretty good explanation to me. It's like it's because the news you receive on Facebook are so tailored on your own views and everything that you're like, how can you be so stupid of not saying those shit? But they don't understand that shit is being personalized for him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Who was it? A professor from Concordia University, I believe. His name is Gad Sad.
Oh
And
yeah,
he's
yeah,
been
sad.
on Joe Rogan, and he basically said, "What did he say?" He says he says a great line. I'm probably going to ruin it, but in a nutshell, says it's incredible how the smartest people, when he's talking about education and professors in university,
Mhm.
the smartest people are ruining our kids,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and knowingly ruining our education system and our kids and how they view the world.
I do think they're not that smart though. Because if you're
Yeah.
smart, you ask more questions, you're more curious. If you're indoctrinating people, you're not that smart. You are full of certainties.
Well, think of it. If you're a professor with
Yeah,
tenure, right?
yeah, I
With
know.
tenure,
I know. That's
and
why it's boggling my mind.
because see, this is the problem. This is the problem with Jordan Peterson and with Gad
Yeah.
Saad and some other guys that are going to start
Mm-hmm.
their own universities online. Is that
Mm-hmm.
they're so scared of going against the movement of this woke environment
Yep.
that they're just going to toe the party line and say, yeah, okay, even if I don't fucking believe in it, I can't use my tenureship. I'm going to
Yeah.
toe it. I'm going to be completely left field, even though it makes no fucking sense at all. And I'm just going to continue saying it.
Yeah.
It's you know what? The more I hear of that, the more boggles my mind. Like I'm at a loss for words of that because you think because smart people are gonna make smart decisions and are gonna help kids, but
Mhm.
basically the thing is, so basically we have to be dumb in this world. That's what I'm understanding, right? It, I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know either, but it's I honestly, this is my mission now. I have to figure it out. When did it go to shit, or even not when did it all go to shit? Is it when did it start? Why
Mm.
did it start? And like Claudio said at the beginning, is it just a passing phase? I
Yes,
fucking hope.
kind of remind me something I saw on the internet. Like you were a bunch of people that did fake research that has to be published on the scientific journal, and that was shit like just stupid stuff like the way you walk your dog kind of tells you how you treat your wife or something like that. And if you're no, I think it was like if your dog is sniffing balls, that means you're gay or something like that. Or and they were and those shit were published. Those shit were published. And I think one of
Published.
the thing that make me laugh the most is they took some pages of Mein Kampf and then replaced the Jews by white heterosexuals. And then when they talk about our movement, they replace it by which were the Nazi movement, by the way, for those who didn't finish high school. Basically, they replace it by feminism or something, and that got published.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard about
Yeah.
this. I heard about this.
It's so
It's fucking crazy. Like social science is fucking dead now. It's not a science anymore.
no, it really isn't. It's just a bunch of BS. Like I actually today I heard on the radio. There's a girl. She came up. I forgot who was. It was a radio host, and she goes, "So there's not talking. So a man not talking to his spouse, girlfriend or wife. Does that mean it makes him more anti-feminist, or is it because he's not in love with her?" I shit you not. This is a topic.
My
And I'm
answer,
like,
you know what it is? He
yeah.
doesn't want any headaches, so he doesn't speak to weak-minded sex.
The fact that he
That's
said
that's only about that.
the fact that she said that is your man anti-feminist,
Yeah,
bro.
just
But
because he doesn't speak to the wife.
But Claudio, why are you surprised? Because Joey asked me before, you're actually still listening to radio. I stopped listening to radio because of things like this. I used to listen to CJD. I
Yeah.
completely stopped because I don't know how many times I wanted to crash the car while I was driving.
Hmm.
I just and I brought this up last night with Matthew. I was listening to this, and why brought to my attention. I listened to this radio. I don't know if you listened last night. Remember the last story we talked about, Joey? I'm gonna make you listen to this one. Okay, let me see this one. You'll love it. I'm a parent, so I'm gonna take it from two guys that are not parents. Okay,
Okay, cool. Good.
there's a writer, and
Hmm.
this apparently is a thing now. Apparently, that there's a movement that believes that a parent, luckily you're sitting down for this, should ask permission to their child for before tickling them.
What?
Yeah,
Why should
something
you ask that?
something having to do with it's an
Those fucking
uncomfortable.
little assholes, they can't pay their fucking rent. They don't buy their fucking clothes. Like not soon, like 10 years ago, they were shitting in fucking
Yeah,
plastic bags and you had to throw them away.
yeah, something about
What the fuck they
it's
know about life?
it's an uncomfortable act. It could lead to body images. Oh wait, I
Uh,
forgot to bring this up. That this could be um, could lead to future rape or
okay.
I don't know. And so this was a thought. I think it was I was just switching. Claudia,
See
you're
what
okay
I
again?
meant earlier in this discussion? That's what happened when you don't beat the kids. They have
Yeah,
all fucked up ideas about what abuse is.
yeah. You're so
If
I'm
you,
so
yeah,
you're surfing surfing the radio, and then the other person was actually taking their side. And last night I had someone in the comments. She was agreeing with it.
I remember
I
that.
stayed calm. I stayed
oh
calm.
my god.
I really did. I think I did.
It showed it. No, but no, your eyes are saying everything. I thought you were gonna say, bro, I want to go.
Yeah, yeah. I made a promise. I'm gonna try to be more, because but I honestly, genuinely want to know why they feel like this. If you believe in such stupidity, can you explain to me why?
Because you know why?
I,
Because these are
ask, just ask them if they're already got punched in the face.
yeah. Because you know why?
The
Because
answer is going to be no.
yeah, because
Obviously.
they want to live in a violent free world. You know what? You know what? The more I'm thinking about this, and I'll give you a perfect example. I have a friend. Well, he's married, and his next door neighbor are actually those kind of parents. So my friend, he has him and his wife have a dog, right? So
Yeah.
and then one day, like they live in front of a park. So by coincidence, they met there, right? So the little baby wanted to go pet the dog, and we're talking about like a 1 year old
Mhm.
baby. And then my friend was there with his girlfriend, and all of a sudden the parents, these hipster fucking bike riding cocksuckers, uh,
Hollis.
they look like plant supporters. Anyways, so the baby wanted to go and pet the dog. The dog was like a nice little shitty dog, and then the dog was playing, and the parents like, listen, we cannot we don't want our child to be endangered whatsoever. And then the husband's like, but what are you talking about? It's a little dog. Like if you kick it, it's gonna go flying, bashing into a tree.
Yeah,
And
seriously.
then
Yeah.
and then he goes, yeah, well, we don't want these kids. We don't want our kid to be exposed to any kind because they might
Any
get
kind of
hurt.
horror.
Yeah, they might
Okay,
get
let's talk about my childhood, okay? When I was a kid, there were wood in my backyard. Like it was going pretty deep. There were a car crash against a fucking a tree, and we were always getting there. We could have get cut and got some infections. We're always getting there, having fun. And then there were some cliff. We were climbing them without any ropes. And if we were falling down from this fucking cliff, oh, we'd be paralyzed for sure, man. Yeah.
Yep.
And there
Yep.
weren't any fucking day we didn't add any scratch on the knees or the shoulders.
Yeah, and that's our it's our parents' generation. It's
Yeah.
our fault. It's our fault
Oh yeah.
because you're sitting there, whether you're a radio host or somebody writing comments, you're justifying this comment. You're justifying. I'm gonna ask my kid that I fucking fed since day one
Yeah.
permission to tickle them.
yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
you
Stupid.
guys, let me put when I see my wife, she plays the little game, oh crazy mommy coming to tickle the kids.
Yeah.
Oh, son, Alessio, can I tickle you before? Please, can I ask your permission?
Can I
Like,
change your diaper before? Can I
That-
change your diaper? If
that's
they don't answer, you leave them with their shit. What the
Joey.
fuck?
There was people that were saying that in terms of
What?
asking permission to change diaper. I swear,
He
I'm not
can't
making.
fucking speak.
Joey, I'm not making this up. Je te jure, on my kids' heads, there are people. Now, I'm thinking, okay, there has. Matthew said yes. There has to be people thinking, if I say such outrageous shit, I know I'm going to be in some article and I'll make a name for myself.
What kind of outrageous shit? Like
Like
asking for
that.
permission to yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This was
outrageous. It's dumb.
it's it's inconceivable. It's why are we even discussing this?
Yeah, I know, right?
I have a friend who whose wife gave birth, and this is the kind of fuckheads who I told my friend, you live on the first floor, and you're facing a garage. Let me go in that car and let me crash that car through your fucking living room with your wife and kid in there. The baby has a dick, and then the wife says,
So it's a male
well,
baby.
yeah, but no, here's the thing.
Oh
Where
boy.
the wife said,
I already know where this is
Let's
going.
hear that. Let's hear
And then-
that out.
and then I'm like, I'm looking at those car keys as I'm fucking. I'm like, I want to do a Michael Bay stunt. We're gonna wait till the baby's old enough so I could decide its gender. And then my friend is
Cannot
like,
decide that.
it
Yeah,
has a-
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I can't. I'm gonna break something. Something.
Guys.
Cool off.
guys, I took the keys, and I'm like, you know what? I'll go with your husband. We're gonna go get some pizza. We're gonna come back, and then I
Yeah.
started the car, and it was still in park, and I put the high beams really high in a fucking living room, and the husband says, Claudio, don't do it. I didn't do it, and I'm like,
What?
I was in
Throw
the
the
car.
keys away.
No, I would no. My friend let me drive his car because I wanted to drive it because but I want by I turn on the car, I put the high beams really high, and we're facing the living room, and you hear me, and you hear the engine going vroom, really loud, and then my other friends like, don't. I didn't do it, but I'm like,
Maybe you should have just got up to her and
Yeah.
and just taken the diaper on and say, "Do you see a cock here?"
my other friend did something like that. He goes
Yeah.
up to her and goes, "It's a male." She goes, "Yeah, but I don't want to make. It's not gonna fucking know if it has feelings. He only has feelings. It wakes up, it shits, it eats, and then it barfs,
Yeah.
jizz. I don't know.
Still
if it's
trying to. He doesn't know who it is yet. He's just trying to like live another day and asking for shit, and he didn't figure out like crying is not the best way to ask for something. But on the same time, he cannot talk. So what the fuck?
No, but here's the thing. I'm sorry. Look, look in the end, if the kid wants to become gay or lesbian, look, no, it's
Yeah,
up to them.
sure.
But if you're telling me that I'm holding a baby, and the mother or the father or both could be like, wow, well, we didn't know what the gender it is. I'm like, I hope this guy gets hit by a fucking bike.
Yeah, they get into foster.
You know what?
family.
You know, at least foster families are be all right. This
They
kid.
end up doing porn or robbing banks, but at least they're short of their masculinity.
all right,
There's-
absolutely.
Yeah, they won't be confused.
no, there's more of a anyway.
Absolutely.
In Montreal, there's more of a chance than being hit by a bike than a car. Anyway,
I was gonna hit by a bike.
Yeah, just some scratches.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys.
Can't raise that kid. I lost a little bit of blood.
It's okay.
It goes with the whole what we're living right now. It's just that we've lost, and it doesn't help. You know, you have Hollywood actresses. What's the gorgeous one? Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron, Pink, which I adore as a musician,
Rose
are
McGowan?
raising their children. I'm gonna make them choose their gender.
No, that's Rose McGowan from Charmed. It's not. I don't think it's Charlize Theron.
There's Charlize Theron and there's Pink too.
That was what's actually funny about it. It's like usually when a kid is asking, like a little boy is asking whether or not he's a boy, usually they grew up out of it. and become gay. But I mean, for fuck's sake, there's nothing wrong being gay. Like the whole
No.
LGBT shit, I thought that was about being accepting about people being gay, right?
Yeah.
So basically, what you're saying is, if they have a phase like that, it's not normal to be gay. They grew up to be gay, and they have to switch being a girl. So it's heteronormativity again. Like not heteronormativity, but like the only good way is being heterosexual. So basically, what, like a guy love cocks, now he cannot be a guy that love cocks. He has to become a girl.
But
It's fucking ridiculous. It's bunker.
But this whole transgender thing, and you know, this again, this is one of the huge problems, and it's unbelievable how you know, you're having young kids that are still not fully developed in terms of you know, the frontal lobe, making decisions to make have operations.
They cannot drink, they cannot vote, they cannot have a tattoo.
Yeah,
and then you make them choose their fucking gender,
and it's irreversible. It's irreversible if they have the sex change. And
like
then
with alcohol, you get a hangover. With vote, you like regret, like everybody else, to have voted an asshole into office.
Yeah.
But switching sex, no way, no way back.
And then you have people saying this is a problem, that we should wait, that the doctor should not being doing this at such a young age, because a vast majority of these kids are having issues with it and regretting it later on. And then when you have someone like then you have someone like Joe Rogan that has people just questioning this, and they're asking him to, Spotify is asking him to censor his these guests.
Yeah.
Like, where are we going?
That's not happening though. Like he won't censor his guests. Spotify gave him carte blanche, except for Gavin McInnes for, I think, some good reason, and Alex Jones because
Alex Jones. Well, Alex Jones.
Because the thing went off the rail after the Sandy Hook stuff.
Yeah, I know, but I understand.
But Ben Shapiro is still there. Jordan B. Peterson is still there. You still have like right-wing people there, so that's fine.
But this is the thing. When you're trying, if you even trying, okay, whether you like them or not, Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson, I adore Jordan Peterson.
I like
if
him.
you think Jordan Peterson is a right winger, you are fucking retarded
for sure. The guy is a classical liberal.
Okay.
Like basically, he's really center. He thinks that we need to have a dialogue back between the right and the left.
Thank you.
That's basically his point.
I listened to Jordan. Yeah, like he was okay. Like again, like I'm not heavy into politics, but I agree with his views. But I'm not going to disagree or agree. I'm like, all right, no, you know what? I like the way he speaks. I like what he says. And I'm not going to be like, oh, heavily into the way you guys are. But I enjoy him.
No, but but then there's the other thing where there's the human reaction right away when you cannot even contemplate. You can't even make sense of the fact that someone like a Jordan Peterson or an Elon Musk or Bill Gates could be so intelligent. You can't. Then you automatically. What's your first reaction as human? Let's shoot them down.
Yeah.
You
remember when Joe Rogan supported Bernie Sanders? All people got mad.
Yeah,
it's like, of course he supported Bernie Sanders. Joe Rogan is fucking left leaning.
Yeah.
Well,
he's always been.
He's always been. I mean, now as he gets older, he's changing a little bit. Maybe he might be going a little bit in center left, whatever you want to call it.
More getting to the right, like everybody else that gets old and pay their taxes.
But
I mean, at the same time, the guy is left leaning as shit.
But
because he can have a conversation without kicking Ben Shapiro in the head that is all of a sudden a right winger.
Exactly. And but also just what happened to, and he says it too, and me too. And as I get older, I'm like, I don't want to be left or right. I want common sense, guys.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I want. I just want common sense.
Why do I have to choose a side?
I know.
Yeah.
But and this is
speaking about censoring and transgender, you have like all the episodes with Deborah So, which is a biologist. Yeah, they are still on Spotify.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, the ones that they really had a problem with was
Galvin McInnes because of the
Alex
of the
Jones
Proud Boys
and
Alex Jones. Who else? I think Dave Rubin is on, but he's never getting back.
Okay. In any case, I mean, we're gonna protest to you. Your fucking employer just paid this guy $100 million. You're gonna censor his fucking shows.
You're going to go on strike just because of that? you guys are all fired. Fuck you
Stay
guys. I'm
home.
going to get somebody else.
There's a fucking lineup of people in
yeah.
Silicon Valley waiting to work at Spotify.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
there's a cryptocurrency company. I think it's Coinbase. The CEO make a statement about that kind of shit because they're like, no, we're thinking more about cryptocurrency. You are going to do politics in the sense what's going to further the interest of cryptocurrency in our business. But outside of that, we don't care. So if we have employees engaging into politics in the inside or whatever, they're getting fired. We have no patience for that anymore. Like
Okay.
as soon as you go politicals in their company, they're going to fire your ass.
Oh
It-
yeah,
As
absolutely.
it should be. Like you shouldn't be speaking politics at work. So it's a work environment. Nobody
I-
cares about your political opinion
Listen,
at work.
it's very clear in my work.
Oh
You
yeah,
do not
absolutely.
you do not
Yeah.
speak politics, and
Oh,
You don't
I
speak politics. You don't
I
speak
happily
religion.
oblige.
Yeah, you know
Happily
what?
oblige.
Yeah, you go to work. Hey, how are you? This, oh, do you see this? See that? That's it. Oh, so how's everything doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I
Like,
do stand-up comedy, so I can do my pedophile jokes in peace.
no, that's the thing. Like, and then, like, there's also a lot of comedians, like even offstage, like if they talk to you, and again, it brings it back to losing people because like, oh, you're a funny guy, but I don't. Like your political views are not going to work. So it's like, and then I responded. So it's like me saying I'm a MacBook Pro, you're a Windows guy, don't fully see eye to eye, right?
Yeah.
And then even relationships, man. Like I dated a girl and her family was opposite. Holy shit! I'm like, I told him, listen, I don't want to be, I don't agree with this political view. Um, it's not for me. I just want people to make common sense, but I don't like this guy. Oh, well, you should see that. I'm like, I'm sorry, but stop
That's
forcing
why
me.
there's some people we have banned from our open mics, eh?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, there's some people that are never getting on our open mics.
I'm
Yes.
curious, guys. Seeing that we're talking about on politics on a micro level,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
it's you guys said it before when we were off the air. I've heard it through some of my favorite podcasts and comedians I listen to. The Pete and Sebastian show, Pete Corielli and Sebastian Maniscalco talk about this. What is it with this how can I say it, like comedic politics, and not hate, but you would think that you guys are in such a challenging job or métier, if I could say that,
Mm.
that you would support each other more, like obviously like you guys do. Why is there such a
It's not a given.
politics?
It's not a
But
given. The English
why,
community, I feel that it's way more sporting in the sense that it's a smaller community than the French. The French community is a bit different, but on the English side, I don't feel there's too much like. There's a little clique, but they're moving in BC, so fuck them. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But there's a small clique, and some member of that clique are moving out. So sure. But yeah, there's that, and except of that, I don't do a lot of politics. I don't care about it. But if somebody's fucking with one of my friends, they're going to know for sure.
No, but
Oh,
why I asked is, and then I'm going to make Claudio answer, is because I always believe that you get further by working with the people that are in your same field. So this is
Yeah.
why lately I've been trying to get on other podcasts and have them on my show and vice versa, and we help each other grow, right?
Yeah.
Why
But
wouldn't you guys do this?
on the comedy scene, the philosophy I have is if I see a shitty comedian, I'll try to help him out to get better. Like I'm not that good. I'm not good actually. I'm just an open micer. But a lot of comedians are helping me out, like Chris Auger. I have Claudio giving me advice, Peter helping me out with some stuff. So you see, there's comedian helping me out. Amarez giving me advice there and there. So there's that. But yeah, if you see a comedian that is struggling and you see how you can help him, you better help him instead of just watching him drown, because at some point you're going after this guy on one open mic, right? Don't want to be that, like, if he bombs really hard, you have to work double the fucking your fucking set to get some laugh, because if you have somebody bombing really hard, it's going to be tougher going right after this guy. So the logical thing to me is to help people that are struggling, but It's not always the case. Like some people
Yeah.
are just
I never
There-
looked at it. I never looked at it that way. It's interesting.
There's because and you know what, and as I mentioned, like I'm always gonna back up Joy and Dirty Four,
Mm.
and so basically, like it's basically I scratch your back, and I hope hopefully this person does the same thing because it's a small community, but there's cliques, and now these cliques are basically like, hey, you know what, Louis, you're with me. Joy, you're not part of the clique, so therefore, you know what, Louis, I'm gonna book you. But here's the thing,
Mm.
okay? Now, if these cliques, let's say you go to Joy's show, I'm gonna tell you, Louis. Hey, Louis, listen. You've been on the show once or twice. I don't like him. But it seems that you're hanging out with him. I'm not gonna put you on.
Hmm.
So it's that like it's gonna sound a little
Oh
bit.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like those people that ban you from their show because you went on to the Jofos.
Yeah,
Yeah. We ban them from our shows because
yeah.
fuck them.
So
Like honestly, there's no way I'm going to book people that are banning one of ours, like Dirty Four for dumb reason.
Yeah.
If I get banned from a night for some jokes, I'm like, yeah, I'm an adult. I understand that my jokes are not for everybody, and you should have done your research though. Ask me if you had a problem with certain type of jokes.
Good
You
point.
should have asked me.
Good point.
But on the same time, I understand why some places you don't want to hear these jokes, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
But banning somebody because he went into a podcast of somebody you don't like, it's childish, it's stupid, it's retarded, and I cannot have you guys on my show, and that's it. The other kind of people I don't want to have on my show is these fucking people that say you don't have enough women on your pacing. Put me on, and I'm like, no, and I will never put you on.
yeah. So
If you think the only added values to the show is your
That you're a
vagina
woman.
or the color of your skin, you have no place in comedy.
that was it. That was it.
And there's that, and there's also the fact that I'm kind of worried that kind of people would be fucking assholes in the green room and always trying to police everybody's jokes. So if you want to police everybody's jokes, stay home. I don't want to have you on my show.
Yeah, that's not comedy.
That's
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
There's enough shit to take care of to get a successful show. I don't have time to deal with some fucking assholes.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? Louis, going back to what Joyce said, and Mel sees this too as well, and as well as Max. And like I got banned because I was on another podcast.
Yeah.
No.
Like the one. Was she the producer of the show though?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the producer of the show don't like that podcast, and he went on. So I'm like, that fucking idiot doesn't realize that pretty much all the community went there.
Yeah.
But is it? But I don't. Oh my god, I don't know what to say, man. Is this elementary school? I don't understand.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? I'm gonna say this, and that's why there's a producer here in Montreal, Sid Collar, who's Sugar Sammy's brother. Like Joy, like I love this guy because he doesn't stand for this BS. Actually, Joy and Sid, they got mad for me because out of all people, why are you banning Claudio? Because he's a genuinely big-hearted guy.
I was jealous. I'm like, fuck, what do I need to do to get banned from fucking rooms? I have like 3 fucking Anne Frank's jokes, and you have this fucker making jokes about his family, and he's getting banned. The fuck is wrong with this world?
Seriously.
Exactly. Everyone was saying that. It's like, wait. So everyone thought it was because of jokes. I was saying, no, it's because I went on another podcast.
The worst joke he has is his lesbian joke, and it's not that bad actually. It's like his parent looking like fucking dicks out of these jokes actually.
That's it.
So if it's something, it's not anti-LGBT. It's like more anti his fucking parents.
Exactly.
Yeah, everything's offensive now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Listen, no.
It's not that bad though. Like honestly, I can get away with if I can get away with my jokes, you can get away with pretty much everything. It's not true that you cannot say anything anymore. It's just like you have some fucking assholes that are fucking vocal about their fucking stupid opinions that are misinformed and they didn't hear the joke and they just like, taking jokes out of context. And you have comedians that are fucking cunts and they will just like listen to those bastards and just say they're sorry and fuck up the whole business for a while for everybody else. And on the other hand, you have those comedians that thinks they're edgy just because their punchline is the N-word.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah.
I can't. That I can't. I mean, I'm sorry. You need context in your comedy. If you don't have context, and why are you saying? It just blows my mind. That's why, like our open mic, we book and but we're like, guys, most open mics that we book, they have common sense. They have
Yeah.
context.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
if they don't, Joy's gonna go up to him and be like, hey, what the fuck are you saying that for? What are you dumb? You
Yeah.
know, it's just sad. Like I don't know what to say. And to go back to what I was saying, I'm like, why am I going to waste time on this when I just want to live? I just want to do comedy. I just want to do work. I just
Yeah.
like I'm 30. I don't have time for this fucking stupidity, people.
You know what, guys? I think I could summarize it all by saying we're living through some fucking serious, not serious, but really interesting times, man.
Absolutely.
Oh, there's
Really-
Max that got some trouble at the French show online because he said a fat joke.
Jesus.
Are you
He
serious?
said it was fat shaming. And he was trying to convince me to get on. Like, you should be on. And I'm like, yeah. When I hear that, I'm like, yeah, maybe I might want to postpone the subscribing to this stuff.
Are you?
If
Wow.
you have problem with fat shaming, I'm pretty sure what your policy about rape and everything is.
Yeah, no, I don't know. So, so Louis, yeah, we are living in a sad world, but hey, you know what?
The world is fine. It's just you just have a bunch of accounts on the internet flapping their gums. Just don't listen to them.
Oh, yeah. No,
Well,
it's
y-
all- of course, yeah.
they could we call them keyboard warriors, guys. If I could give you one piece of advice, I've made a decision, honestly, is if you start to listen to everybody, especially as comedians, you're not going to get anywhere. And
Yeah.
what I've decided is I don't engage anymore. Comments and this and that, I do not engage anymore. I don't fight on it. Nothing.
I do engage, but I have a good reason for it. And it's a dark stand-up trick he gave because I was like a maniac about this guy because I watched all this special like repeatedly, and then I went to his interview and he said he always fight with those people for the simple of good reason because he wants some good material out of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you just say shit to make them angrier and make them more pissed off, and you're like, okay, I have good materials with their stupid nonsense.
For you guys, for sure, man. But me personally,
and it's fun. They're so easy to piss off.
Yeah, no, me no. Moi, je suis pas capable. I don't anymore.
Yeah, but it's because you're serious into that. You put a lot of efforts and mental fortitude to kind of try to counter the arguments. But honestly, you shouldn't. Like, you should just fuck with them. Like, what's your problem? Are you a fucking fag? Fag! What's going on? You homophobic! No, I just call you a fag. I mean, I have no problem if you suck dicks over that. I mean, on top of that, I mean, yeah, you just fuck with them.
You find out Joey's banned from every show in Montreal.
Yeah, seriously,
dude. If I didn't get banned from anywhere, I'm pretty sure. Like, I think I'm the proof that you can say whatever on stage as long as you're funny.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. Yes, someone said that recently. One of the comics. You could see pretty much anything as long as it's funny.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh man, interesting times indeed.
Oh yeah. So Louis, you want to plug yourself in, buddy?
Yeah, real quick. You could find me very simple on my Facebook page. All my materials there, whether it be on the podcast form or the YouTube links and the Facebook lives. It's at Agree to Disagree Show. So at Agree to Disagree Show. There you go. It's on the screen. And that's it, guys. I try to do one show per week, sometimes two. And
nice.
And it's been a blast, guys. I really appreciate you having me on. I really, really enjoyed it, guys. Really did. Thanks.
Our pleasure.
All right. So we're doing the plugs now?
Well, yeah, that's what we're just been doing. Yeah.
Do you have something to plug?
I'll go last. Joy, go ahead and plug it.
Oh, sure. I have a French show starting with Max Pitt. It's going to be called Los Tabarnacos because we're all about cultural appropriation. Fuck the Mexicans. No, I'm kidding. No, honestly, it's going to be pretty much what we do with Dirty Four, but with two different personalities, me and Max. We're going to record it tomorrow, so we talk about Wednesday for the diffusing it on the internet, but we're not sure if we're going to do it right now. We're going to record a couple of episodes to make sure the chemistry is working.
Okay.
And we have another project in the talk. Also, tomorrow morning, I'm doing Victoria Shoot the Breeze at 10 a.m. live. You can watch it on demand right after. Like it's going to be recorded on Facebook, so you can watch it whenever you want. So there's no need to wake up. Leave it to me. So that's pretty much it.
All right, and so that's great. So tomorrow night I'm going to be with Melanie Azaf and Peter Bowen for Dirty 4 episode 20. Thursday I'm going to be with Victoria Blair on Instagram, a movie trivia night. So during the first pandemic, I did the Instagram movie night. So we're going to do that for just a few, like 3-4 Thursdays. And then next Saturday, I'm going to interview actor Dominic DeRosa. He was seen in Mafia Inc. and Barkskins. And then next Sunday, episode 21 of the Dirty 4 podcast. So that's been all for tonight, Louis. We're going to have you back, man. You were great.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
No problem. Yes. And thank you to everyone who tuned in. Melanie Azaf, Jess Sorrell, Rahul, the Joe Foes for a little bit. And
still around?
Sorry?
You think he's still around since I call him a dumb cunt?
Yeah, whatever. As long as we get likes.
Stop commenting right after that, though.
Yeah. So, folks, don't forget to subscribe to the Dirty 4 podcast and subscribe to Agree or Disagree show. Have yourselves a good night. See you tomorrow night.